You look ridiculous.
I know, it's great. Are we rolling? Yeah, go for it. All right, guys. So,
Hey.
Phil.
I'm sorry. We didn't talk about who's going to talk first.
Let's do the thing.
Go ahead.
You're probably wondering why.
You're probably wondering why Anton
right?
is wearing a tinfoil hat right now.
But before we get to all that, July 26th, we are premiering our documentary, The Making of Liberation, right here, live on Bottom of the Bill. It's going to happen, live stream. We're making it all. We're doing the whole thing. So tune in for that. So this episode, we had Liston and Jose. What's Liston's last name? Liston Gregory and Jose
Cuervo.
What? Villalpando.
Oh.
Cuervo. What a fucking asshole, this guy. He is Mexican, though. But anyways, it was a really fun episode. If you can't tell, I've had a couple of drinks.
Yeah, it's adorable.
And I got my tinfoil hat on.
What did we talk about?
We talked about their big move to LA.
Yeah.
They're going to go out there and they're going to fucking change the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to come back in 2 years.
Hell yeah.
And tell us if they've kept their same mentality.
I hope so.
Me too.
We just met these
almost blew off.
young men. We met these young men today, and we just hit it off real quickly.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a long episode, guys. This fucking fan's blowing my hat off. I got to take it off. But it was such a fun episode. We rarely come into this not knowing any like the people that are here, and then with no questions or anything.
Yeah.
And we just fucking. I mean, it was so much fun, honestly.
Absolutely.
So tune in. We hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for being here. And enjoy the show.
New episode starts now.
This is Bottom of the Bill, where we talk about the modern grind of a musician.
Album cycles.
Hold on, Bill. Give me a second, man. Because we don't know what we're talking about.
Spotify playlists.
You keep interrupting me. That's not how we discussed it. Just give me a second, man. We invite established artists
Festival lineups.
Can I just get my stuff out real quick? We invite established artists on to share their strategy to success.
Marketing strategies.
The premier do-it-yourself podcast.
Hashtag DIY.
Ah, screw it. This is Bottom of the Bill.
Welcome to the show, guys. Liston, Jose.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Excellent.
This is gonna be a fun episode because we don't really know each other.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And
This is fucking awesome.
yeah.
Oh, can I cuss on here?
You can say whatever you want,
Alright,
bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
everybody.
Just pretend like the cameras aren't rolling, like there's not a
Right.
big microphone in front of your face. Let's just have a conversation,
Let's
you know?
work with
Yeah.
these
That's what we're here to
fucking,
do.
technology things right in front of us.
I
Whatever.
know, yeah.
What's it called? Those anachronisms? Because you say the cameras are rolling, but they don't use film anymore, so there's nothing to roll.
You also
There's a
can't,
term for that.
but you also can't say we're filming something anymore. That doesn't make any sense
That's
either.
true.
I thought it was just action.
Yeah.
Just
Say action.
Just say
from now
action.
on. Yeah.
So we're actioning.
Are we
we?
just actioning?
Just
Yeah.
action.
Or roll-
Don't make
Wow,
it
we sound so
complicated.
genius.
Yeah.
You can't say rolling either, right? We're not
No.
rolling
We're rolling.
anything, right? It's just
I
Well,
guess everything is recording.
Well, it depends
nowadays.
how the inside of the technology is working. Because if it's rolling in a sense, then you could still technically say rolling.
I don't think
That's
anything's
true.
rolling though. Are you rolling?
inside
I'm
the
rolling.
phone.
you're rolling, bro. You
I'm
got
rolling.
anything to share or what?
Right.
You fucking.
Are
Are
we
you
allowed
guys
to?
gonna pull out some fucking beans right now or what?
There we go.
no,
All
not
we
like
got,
that.
that's all we got.
I was like, damn, this is gonna be that kind of podcast, huh?
we were like, oh, rolling. I was like, that's the only version of rolling I really know.
Right.
I thought you guys were about to pull out some fucking Molly or some shit. Let's
Oh,
do it.
no.
Let's fucking do it. I've never.
We're not gonna get weird on the first date.
Yeah.
Nah, not on the first date.
We'll have to get you guys back for the second one
They were
then.
speaking about marijuana cigarettes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Anyways, how's everyone's week been going? Anything exciting happening in anyone's
I mean,
lives?
it's Tuesday. So
Well, okay. How did last week go for you?
I was dope.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Okay. Dope. How about you guys?
I forced myself to do nothing,
Oh, cool.
and I had a shit ton of stuff to do.
You took.
But it's because I was so fucking busy, and I shouldn't have been busy that I just said fuck it.
You got to do that. Otherwise, you'll burn out.
A little self-care.
Yeah.
I felt the burning coming. I felt like, oh, let me stop before I go ape shit.
I feel that.
What did I do? I went to the beach.
Oh, that's fun.
Cool.
I got sunburned because I'm pale as get out.
That's true. Yeah, you have a problem with that.
Yeah, I think it's like you can see a little bit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta wear some. Oh, put some aloe vera on it.
Aloe vera? Yeah, I've heard of that.
You know.
He's from Kentucky. They
Born
put
and
Mountain Dew
raised.
on everything. Called it
Dude.
I remember when I was a kid, I got really, really badly sunburned, and what they did was put pickle juice on your back.
Yeah,
Oh.
they did.
And that's supposed to be some backwoods thing that's supposed to relieve the pain, and all it did was make me smell awful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. You're definitely about to smell really
Yeah, it's
bad.
just
No.
vinegar, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah. It's
With a little bit of pickle in it.
with pickle.
Pickled
cucumber?
vinegar. It smells
and
terrible.
If
It's
anybody,
too bad.
Oh, it tastes
Energy
good, though.
drinks.
Yeah.
No,
Do
if
you like
any-
that shit?
yeah.
I enjoy it actually. I
You take
do.
a
I
pickleback
like
with,
what
with,
you-
all your shots?
yeah.
Ooh,
No,
not into
no,
that.
Well,
no.
yeah, literally, yeah, I was a pickleback.
Literally.
It was disgusting, and I hate pickles more than anything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, you know pickles are good though, man. You know,
Not
in the
to me.
Chick-fil-A sandwich, I love that
Ugh.
little surprise
Bro,
crunch.
No.
that's
That's
like the worst sandwich accessory. I'm
I
not even
would-
gonna call it a
What?
topping.
It really is.
It is
And
an
then
accessory that should not even be.
yeah, it's got pickles are the worst thing. Like, they're terrible. Next, well, I will say that onions are worse than pickles.
Oh no, dude! See, onion
I
has all
mean,
the
come
flavor,
on,
man.
like,
The
you
worst,
got
bro.
Flavor.
I'll take
What?
I'll
doesn't
take
like onions?
like caramel like caramelized onions or whatever on something, or like where they're kind of crunchy, like they add a
Okay.
texture. But like when you're just biting into a burger, you like a raw onion,
And
that
that
is
shit is-
disgusting. Are you are you serious? Like, why did you put that on my burger?
That's why I'm having that big ass pack of gum because man, oh man.
Let's talk about the purse that you're wearing right now. What is
It's not a
that?
purse.
Is
I
that
mean,
a purse or a
that's a
merce
strap,
or
bud.
Honestly,
a satchel?
bro, honestly, yo, I just want to let you know that my wife, shout out to my wife, she bought me this shit because she hasn't seen me in like 4 months.
Oh, I'm an asshole.
So-
My bad.
I mean, shout out to you, but I mean, honestly, bro, it carries my weed.
Yeah. okay.
I don't know what else to like. It's like because I smoke so much, bro. It carries everything. So I have like both of my phones, my wallet, my shades, and then weed.
So if
Nothing
you're a
else.
cop watching this, you know where to look when you pull over Liston next time.
Well, you want to know the great thing about it is in Florida and a lot of places, especially where I'm from and where it's on my license, it's decriminalized. So shit, I'll pay that fine.
Oh, all right. I guess it's
Hi,
better.
popos. I mean, but it's a normal thing, bro. Like literally, man. I've learned, crazy enough, bro. I've learned that you can smoke weed all over the world.
Yeah.
Bro, literally.
I literally done it and I proved it in 66 different cities
Yeah.
in 4 months. So I was like, wow, I've never felt so alive.
Yeah.
But, but shout out to Los Angeles, y'all the best.
Yeah, dude, I was in Italy and it's like illegal there. And
Yeah.
I found someone who smokes weed and we like smoked like in one of the hotel rooms.
It's
Dude.
pretty easy to find, like, especially if you're a musician traveling. People just like give you shit. You know?
yeah, it's
bro.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Shanghai and I saw a dude get dragged out the club for like, I guess they just got like a whiff of it. I'm talking about the exchange just happened so quick. I don't even know how the police got there so fast. Like we were in the club, everybody was partying, and then you just saw them open up, and then you just saw somebody just dragging them out. I was
Oh my
like,
god.
What the fuck, bro? What were you doing in Shanghai?
dude. So I think it was like 2019. Was it like 2019? Either 2018.
Yeah.
Shoot, no, it was 2017 and 2018. Cause I graduated in I don't know. I don't even remember.
it
where.
was back then.
Yeah, but I was on the road with this 2-time Grammy-winning jazz drummer Ulysses Owens.
Oh yeah,
And
he was
we
on the
did
show.
we did a month residency in Shanghai, and like so it was at the Jazz at Lincoln Center in Shanghai, and that shit was like it was crazy,
You were there for a month. You guys just lived there for a month,
Bro.
basically.
I fucking hated it. I loved making the music, but living there, bro, I ate fried rice for 30 days straight.
Oof.
What's wrong with that?
Rice is good, man.
For
I
30
mean,
days in a row, it's gotta be
30
brutal.
days in a row,
Every meal.
every meal.
Oof. Yeah,
Like,
that's too
it's-
much.
It was just rice and alcohol.
Hey, man, you indulge in the culture.
No, I couldn't eat what they were
Smoking
eating.
any
Bro,
opium
like,
while you were there?
hell no. I
Bro,
ain't
I would
messing
that
with
would
none
have
of
been
that.
my first fucking stop. That's why I tried that. So,
Nope, I only
where's the
believe
opium
in
at?
flower power. Flower power.
Flower power. Yeah, yeah. You know, that's a flower also, kind of.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
right?
But the first thing I would have done in trying to say, so where the fucking opium dens at, guys? Quit fucking around.
all the movies
like,
I
give me
seen
the-
motherfuckers on opium, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be a
Like,
zombie.
nah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. I don't know if I fuck with that.
It sounds like a bomb. Opium.
Yeah, it just sounds dangerous.
It's not bad.
It's pretty chill. I've done it like one time, but it was very mild when I did it.
I remember when I was 18, somebody sold me opium, and it was just a bag of potpourri.
That's hilarious.
And we're like, oh my god, it smells so good. We tried to smoke it, and like I've never felt like so ripped off in my entire life. And like I felt so stupid.
How harsh was it to smoke?
It was so bad, and I was like, this is pretty good. Are you feeling it? I'm like, no, I'm not feeling this at all. Yeah, it was just straight up $20 for a bag of potpourri. Yeah.
Damn.
What are you gonna do?
Wait, what you could have done with that $20?
Yeah, I was 18.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Man, that's 20 cheeseburgers from McDonald's back then, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, man,
Especially
those,
after a few
those
joints.
came in clutch, man. Those cheeseburgers came in clutch.
That and also like the 89-cent tacos from Taco Bell back in the day, bro.
Man,
you spend all your fucking money on like a bag of weed, and that's all you got left is like a couple of dollars. He's like, bro, go to Taco Bell, get a
and
full
that is
meal.
some fucking fine dining.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Sleep around and get the party pack. It's over.
Yeah, that party pack comes in. I'll fuck that whole box up, dude.
This is the spread of the day. Right, it's so funny. So in our old house when we were at UNF, man, we had a Taco Bell right across the street from us. Like I'm talking about, like you could walk to this Taco Bell.
Really?
And so this is
That's
like
dangerous.
So I'm talking about. I mean,
crazy.
but you weren't even a pothead then.
No, I didn't even smoke, but I still fucked it up. Like,
So you have no excuse. You just made bad decisions.
He was just eating Taco Bell. Like me, I was throwing out my bread.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, dude, I went out there and he used to stay open till like 3, 4 in the morning, man. I'm talking about there was one time I went out there and I rode my bike. I busted my ass in the dark.
Oh my god.
And I just left the bike and I just continued walking to Taco Bell.
You left the bike?
I just left the bike. I just left the bike.
Priorities.
I was like, you know what? I'll just be a blessing to somebody who needs the bike bucket, and I just left it on the streets.
That's definitely the most like stoner move.
Bro,
it's just like I fell off the bike. I no longer need this bike.
I no longer need it. I was like, clearly I'm not well enough to drive this thing. So, you know.
So funny.
That is what it is, you know.
That's
Bro, then
so
we had
funny.
that Krispy Kreme right there too. It was like a double hitter, man.
Oh my!
I know exactly where you live there.
Off of Atlantic.
I lived in Indian Springs.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's like right there.
Oh, and Woodhull, it's right next to Woodhull.
Yeah, that was the first
Epic
apartment I
Burger
lived
was
in
right
Jacksonville.
there.
Yeah.
Tokyo was right there. What? Chili's was right there. The Publix, the Burger King. Bro, it was.
Yeah,
we had a
YP's
Jerry.
right across the street.
YP. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You guys still do that jam session there? Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, dude.
At KP over there now. Paul Jackson
snap,
was on
okay.
it for a while, but
Man, I gotta try to slide out there one
it's
of
going
these days,
strong,
man.
man. It's going strong.
Yeah, shout out to Jeremy King and KP for running the Tuesday Jam
Yeah.
at YP's.
Yeah.
Your place.
Yeah, that was always cool to go to.
Yeah, man, they crushed it over there. I was when I first moved to Jacksonville, somebody was just telling me about some gigs they had coming up. Yeah, we're playing over at my place, and I was like, "Well, you guys do shows at your house?" He was like, "No, it's a bar." There's your place, there's my place, and there's No Name Bar down in St. Augustine. It's all owned by the same guy. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Man, I learned that from Stefan because I remember he was like, "Yo, man, we can go get some drinks at your place," and I was like, "Oh, I just gotta go get some liquor first." He's like, "Nah, bro, it's at your place."
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, it's right by my. It was
Literally,
right by my.
exactly right by your house, yeah.
Right there in that hub, right there.
I was
Like,
so
that shit was
confused,
crazy,
dude. It
man.
was-
That's funny, bro. So you said that you were on the road for the last 4 months.
4 months, February to May. I think that was May, the end of May. I mean, I'm still traveling a little bit, but
But you
just
also
like
went
spot
November
dates.
through like December.
November through December too.
Were you playing with Ulysses the whole time?
Nah, man. So I'm actually with the new group. I started touring with another Grammy nominated band. It's this dope hip hop violin duo called Black Violin.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
so I've been with them since November.
That's
And
awesome.
So like we just finished up the 66 tour, the Impossible is Possible tour.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And where'd you guys go?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean, everywhere. I've been in every time zone. I've literally, I feel like I've been to every state in the country.
Yeah.
We hit all the major cities: Baltimore, Philly, Atlanta, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Los Angeles, New York, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Bend, Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Mesa, Arizona.
You guys playing like clubs or theaters? or
No,
kind of
these
stuff?
are all theaters.
Okay, cool.
So like every show has like 2,000, 3,000 people in it.
That's awesome.
It was insane.
How'd you get linked up with them, man?
Man, honestly, they found me through one of my friends. Well, the drummer has a mutual friend with me, and I guess he was telling her that they needed, like, they're looking for, like, another audition. And so they was like, you know what, let's try a keyboard player. They tried me out, and I haven't left. So apparently I'm doing my job.
That's what's up, man. Hell yeah.
Good for you, dude. That's awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
It's your piece, bro. It's your piece.
I mean...
What a nice thing to say as a friend. My first instinct would have been to immediately shut him down.
No, don't worry. Oh, this motherfucker right. Like, we've been through it all. Like, nah, he's definitely had a share of shutting it down.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, I guess he's just being nice because, you know, we're in front of.
Oh, on camera right now.
Nah, but for real, he knows that shit, man.
I appreciate it. It's a blessing.
He knows that shit.
It's a blessing, especially to be able to do a 66 show tour right out of COVID.
Don't let him fool you. I congratulate him all the time.
Especially, you know, like I was hearing you talking about, like, all the ticketed shows, like, to be able to do a ticketed show right now and to have, like, to even see, like, there be thousands and thousands of people, coming to see a show. It's wild, man.
I mean, to even see, like hundreds of people come see you play right now at a club, you know what I mean? Like, even that's really hard to do right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the bands in our scene, like, we're kind of like more in the jam band realm.
Right.
So a lot of the bands in that realm that were kind of like starting to blow up pre-COVID, that were selling out, like, you know, 500, 600, 800 cap clubs, you know, that right now probably would have been doing theaters, are having to go back to clubs and playing to a half-sized room, or sometimes downgrading to like a much lower cap room because, like, whatever it might be, just shows are not selling what they were. Even though the restrictions are pretty much lifted in most areas, shows are just not selling the way that they were pre-COVID.
Yeah. And why is that?
I don't know, to be honest.
It's economy, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a part of it.
Nobody
for sure,
can afford anything.
That's definitely a part of it, I think. But
everybody go see a live show. Go pick your favorite local artists. Go pick your favorite regional artists and go see them.
Support them.
Because, I mean, motherfuckers really don't understand. That's how we live.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's literally how we live. Like, I have to think about it. Even though I just did 66 shows, like, August through November is completely open.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do.
That's him soliciting his services, guys. Like, he's looking for a gig right now.
Definitely. I mean, rent doesn't stop.
That's true.
Don't stop, bro.
The cell phone service doesn't stop. Shit, even when we stop using cable, we still need Wi-Fi. Like, everything still costs.
Now I'm curious. Actually, I will get to this. I want to talk about you too, Jose. What have you been up to lately?
Bro, so I have been recovering from a broken ankle.
Okay.
So I was in tour in Italy. I was doing this little gospel thing for like a month. And on my second night in Rome, I fell off a scooter.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, broke my ankle, snapped it in both sides.
Oh,
Yo, y'all need to get this picture. You gotta pull that shit.
Pull it out, bro.
They gotta see this.
Fucking see
Like,
it, bro.
Yeah, bro,
I
that
mean,
shit.
like-
So like it was but anyway, so I was out for like all January. I was out kind of February. I couldn't really do much. I was very limited on the gigs because I couldn't walk. Because I really fucked my shit up, man. Like, here, I got a picture.
You gotta send that to Chris so we can put it up on the screen on the.
You might.
Oh my god!
I told you.
Why is it going sideways?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm grateful for it because musicians, artists, anybody, if you're freelance, get health insurance. Because if I was in Italy, they have free health insurance, so I didn't have to pay for anything. I was in the hospital for 12 days, surgery, like major surgery, anesthesia, and all that, and I didn't have to pay for anything out of pocket. If that shit would have happened here,
You've been fucked.
I would have been fucked,
Yeah,
hella fucked. So, you know, I'm grateful for it, but I've been recovering from that and getting back into the scene. You know, like I've been doing gigs and moving to LA pretty soon.
Yeah, so you guys are both moving to LA.
Both moving to LA and working
into
that.
Is there like an opportunity that's waiting for you guys there, or are you just kind of going to figure it out?
Nah, man. We just kind of feel like we've played a lot of places. You know, we're grateful for the amount of places that we played. You know, just being stemmed out of Florida. You know, like both of us, we're both mentees of Ulysses, so it's like having him as a mentor and seeing what he's doing. You know, kind of like traveling to New York. He'll be there for a few days, and he'll be doing some seminar in Duke University, or he'll be doing like all these different things. Like, it's just inspired us to do more, and like like right now it's like it's better for us to bet on ourselves right now than to to regret it later.
Right.
Totally.
And we both, I feel like we both feel this way. Like we both feel like we belong in arenas and stadiums and being on TV. that's what we believe. So that's what we're going out there to do.
Hell
And
yeah.
you know, we're talking about cover bands, and it's like, you know, that feeling when you kind of play something that's more original.
Oh yeah.
Even if you're playing behind an artist, like, you know, I'm
Yeah.
a bass player. I'm always gonna play behind an artist, but I think it's just still cool when people are going to listen to music. It's like they're actually going to enjoy music, not because they're like drinking at a bar or like playing, like sitting eating food. It's like,
well, they're going to see music that, you know, like that artist has created, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And
to
then
appreciate it.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
appreciate it. There's
Facts.
a genuine love there, like,
Yeah.
and it makes it that much more enjoyable for musicians, as y'all know. It's like
100%.
because there's like the energy that they give you, you're feeding off of that, and it's vice versa, and it just creates a beautiful like environment dynamic. You know, whether it be, you know, thousands or even small plays, but it's still really cool to be able to do it at the best, you know, highest level. You know?
Yeah, and it's also just like more creatively rewarding, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's
No,
like
definitely.
you're up there being a part of something that's kind of, you know,
Bigger than yourself, really.
yeah, exactly, 100%. And yeah, you just don't get that same kind. I'll speak for myself. I don't get that same kind of like reward playing Last Dance of Mary Jane at a bar.
You should tell him what you do when you start like really not feeling it at one of these bars.
Like, what do I do?
He sarcastically plays Wagon Wheel.
Yeah, I'll do
And
that.
I've never heard music sarcastically played.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Really?
Hey,
Like,
that's
'cause
my
you still have
favorite
to play-
song, man.
Yeah,
Rock
yeah.
me, mama.
They're playing it as like a folk song.
No,
Yeah,
like no,
yeah.
he it's not the style he plays it. He's like, oh, you like that? You like to fucking like Wagon Wheel.
Yeah,
And then they do, and then there's
They
like,
don't give a fuck as long as you do it. They
and
don't
but
care.
He'll complain and like, yeah, all they want to hear is Wagon Wheel. It's like, you know, you don't have to play that song.
No,
right?
yeah, you gotta play it.
No, you
and here's
don't.
the thing. No, but here's the thing, right? Is that like because what we do, like we have a cover band to subsidize basically the original project, right? Right now we're not selling out shows, so it's hard to fund the thing. So we use the bar gigs as a way to fund that
Right.
project,
Right.
right?
You gotta
Which
make
is-
it happen,
So,
man.
but also sometimes what I'll do is just use it as a testing ground for new songs we've written, you know, or just to practice. We can't rehearse all the time, and our music is not easy. It's like complicated, like, you know, funk and rock arrangements and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like just walk up and play the tune. Like you got to like know the song. So since we're playing in bars all the time, might as well just, you know, use it as paid rehearsal. So we'll play some of those tunes, and sometimes they hit okay. Other times it just goes way over people's heads.
crickets love
the
it.
crickets, bro. So that's the point where I'm like, literally,
Oh, yeah, I forgot you
fuck
could do that.
these people. They've been on our side the whole night until we play one of our songs. All of a sudden, they don't give a fuck anymore.
Bro, you
it's
remember
like,
at A1A when we were having a pretty good night and we were doing originals? Like, why are we playing these? And they was like, oh, see, they like it. And then we were like, let's play yours. And then nothing.
yeah, that happened. Yeah,
Nothing
Yeah,
at all.
we were playing some of the tunes I had written, and they were going well. And then we played Billy's song, which is like a 9-minute instrumental. Like
It's a banger.
It's a banger. Don't get me wrong. It's a great song.
Yeah.
But like, if you're not into like Jamtronica music, you're gonna hate this
Gotcha.
song. You know what I mean? And it just like, and we crushed it too. It was a great performance, and just nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a bad feeling when that happens.
Man, but shout out to y'all for being an artist, though. You know,
Yeah,
like,
for real.
I mean, right now, I personally couldn't be an artist because it's just, I just like, you know, I'm just giving a service right now, you know, producing, you know, doing all that type of stuff. But like, maybe one day, like, I just told myself I was just gonna drop music just to drop music. But I really do respect like artists for literally going out on a whim. It's like almost being in like an NFL draft. Like that's how like
I mean, it's
statistically how it is.
Yeah.
Like, shit's crazy.
It's but you know, I think that everybody kind of gets to that point. What, you know, how old are you guys?
26.
26.
Okay, so like I was playing in cover bands, and then also I was playing, like, I'm from South Florida, so I was playing with this duo down there for a while, and they were signed to a label and everything. We were playing their songs, and it was cool. And then that band kind of broke up, and I joined like a blues band and toured with them for a year around the country, and that was dope too. But I got to this point, I was 26 years old. I got to this point where I was like, I'm tired of being a support role.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, like, I'm at heart a songwriter. It's like in my spare time, I write songs and I, you know, practice my guitar, you know. But like, that's what I want to do. So eventually I was like, okay, I got to leave South Florida, because if I don't, I'm going to get stuck in this scene and just be touring in blues bands forever. And I didn't want to do that. So I left and, you know, came to Jacksonville because it was just it was easier for touring, just a couple things that worked out that way.
Right.
But like, then I just ended up starting my own thing, you know. And then I think that everybody kind of gets to that point. So right now you might feel like I want to be like a support role and get this experience and learn how it's all done, and then go out to LA where it's done on a different level. You know, you do that thing, and then at some point you'll learn how the fucking sausage is made, and then it'll be like, I want to do this, because you also get to see how much money these people are making. And you'd be like, why? How much money am I making? No, this is bullshit. I'm gonna just do my own thing. You do your own thing, you crush that. You know, bass players is the same shit. Like, you know, Victor Wooten and guys like that, Marcus Miller have made a career.
They don't have to do anything but play bass.
Yeah,
exactly.
And now all they got to do is talk.
Yeah, literally. They really don't have to do much at this point.
Yeah, and they've made a career. Like, obviously, like those guys get credits on all kinds of albums as just bass players, but they're also artists themselves, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, they're still playing festivals.
Oh, 100%.
They're still going. They're still playing NAMM. They're still getting endorsements.
Hey, you look at someone like Thundercat, for example. Or,
100%.
Who's he? I mean,
Thundercat's so killer.
He's my favorite, dude. Are you kidding me?
Such a beast, dude. And I think it's really cool that he's like a really cool musician, but now he's like mainstream too. It's like, people really fuck with him.
That's happening a lot. I feel like with a lot of the jazz guys and like the jam band scene too, where it's like they've kind of like wiggled their way into the mainstream pop realm. Like Charlie Puth, we were just talking about him off air. Like he's another guy that's just like an insanely talented artist that's just writing, you know, very well written pop tunes, but like nothing crazy. But you like follow him on like Instagram or something, you see the kind of shit that he's putting out there, like just as himself. You're like, bro, that's insane. Like,
TikTok roasts him. It's hilarious.
That's just their fucking idiots,
you
bro.
No, like he'll be like, it'll film somebody's girlfriend farting. It's like, yeah, what note was that? He's like, well, that was a fucking A flat, 100%. But yeah, Charlie Puth is. I was just showing you the song Boy.
Yeah.
And it was because it was a TikTok where he responded to it saying, why don't you write any like complicated stuff when I showed you that? And it was like, God damn, do that.
Yeah.
But whatever. Doesn't sell.
You know what was cool about that song? It was that like it's like a very standard chord progression, right?
Yeah.
But it's all hitting on the of the beat. So it's like something that would normally like just be on the downbeat. He's feeling it all on the and you're just like and you don't really notice it until the hi-hat comes in, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, there it is.
And I was actually about to say that. I was like, I think that's the coolest thing about some of these guys in the pop industry, like these producers, like they do like these complicated things, but they took it in so well.
Yeah, totally.
And it's like it takes that little bit of like, oh shit, like they're playing something that's actually kind of hip.
So there's this you guys know who Jeff Basker is?
No, I've never heard of him.
He's a producer. He produced the first song on Dua Lipa's latest album, Future Nostalgia, which that's the name of the song also. Okay. And it's cool. The production on it, just from a producer standpoint, is fucking phenomenal, right? Yeah. But like this song, it's like pretty standard. At the end of the song, it happens one time. There's like this really weird like reharm 2/5 thing happening, and it just happens one time in the whole song. It's like, why did you do that? But also, god damn that works so well.
It's perfect, man. Like I love a lot of Dua Lipa stuff because you can just hear like all the beautiful editing and processing.
Yeah.
And just like I forgot her engineer and producer as well. There's another guy, I forgot his name. God damn it.
I was gonna say, is it the same guy that actually wrote that song too that you're talking about?
I don't know if Jeff Basker wrote the song, but he's the main producer on
there's
it.
Another guy,
there's another one.
There's another guy that like wrote all the songs, and he also wrote
the dude who did the
Bruno Mars song.
Levitate song, right?
Yeah, because he uses Cubase too, which is another crazy thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It's not, I don't think it's it's not levitating. It's another one that she does.
I know what you're talking about. Is it that like the one that has like that they kind of sampled like a really old like do 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 do. It's like a
oh man, what is
whoa.
Uh-oh. What we got here?
Yeah, dude. Dua Lipa.
Oh, it's Dua Lipa.
He had like a weird name.
Clarence Coffee?
No.
No, he's like, I think he's like a Hispanic dude, right?
No, Clarence.
Holy shit, Warren Kimball has some stuff with.
Yeah, this is all Jeff Basker's stuff.
Yeah, I think that was just his name was Jeff Basker. Did he write the
Coffee's or like her songwriter though?
The Uptown Funk song from Bruno Mars.
Bro, I'm finna look it up. I know exactly.
Because I'm pretty sure he wrote that too. That guy's
nature
rolling in it though. He's got so much money.
That whole breakdown.
Yeah.
But nobody knows who he is. It's sad.
That's how
Dude,
producers are.
I'm an insane YouTuber, so it's like I look at YouTube. Like YouTube is like my Bible.
Bro,
Really?
YouTube is a cheat
'cause
code.
I I love to learn shit.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. It's
Information.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Information.
Thank
Throwback.
you.
Throwback.
Thank you.
I can't read it, but yeah, the Uptown Funk.
Marshall Mathers. What? Nuh-uh.
Ian Kirkpatrick.
Ian Kirkpatrick.
He
Okay,
did
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
Start Now.
Yeah. Okay.
Kevin Parker too. That's
a
the guy from Tame
freaking
Impala.
monster.
What else has he worked on?
So he's done he's done a lot of her big songs. So Don't Start Now, Pretty Please. What is the other one that he did? I'm trying to look at these shits, but it's so crazy. He did Fever, but he's mainly known for Don't Start Now. But it's just like I've like watched him break down some of his sessions, man, and it's just like how he even enhances the live instrumentation as well, and like how he just will like sometimes he'll just cut off some of the tail end like super early just to like make it more punchy, and it just makes it jump more.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not really side chaining, but he's side chaining. Man, I'm also like an audio nerd too, so like.
Because you're a producer as well, right?
Yeah, man.
Are there any artists out of Jackson or just anywhere that you've worked with that you're excited about?
So right now I'm working. So I just released this I guess you can call it like an EP, but it's called Q1 with this great MC, talented MC from Jacksonville, John West. Shout out to John West.
John
Just
West.
made some noise.
West
Then
gang.
I'm also into songwriting. Like I'm really into producing. Like I feel like even more than a piano player, I'm a producer. And so I'm developing this other artist named I Love Kane. She's just like this 20-year-old powerhouse short girl who can sing her ass off, man.
Nice.
23.
Yeah, she's 23. She looks
Close
like
enough.
she looks like she's like 16, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
So what about the production side for you is the fun part? Is like the button pushing, or do you like the ideas and getting creative with just?
Man, I love creating things out of thin air.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like I think musicians, producers, or whoever who improvise, like we really take for granted sometimes that the song wasn't there before we put it there.
Yeah, that's so true, man. Yeah, 100%.
Like we are some of the most intelligent human beings there are, just for the mere fact that we're able to capture a thought that's in our brain and then be able to put it down and then actually make it a reality.
That's really, I've said this so many times, that's really the only thing that makes a musician in my mind. You know what I mean? It's like it's like I don't care whether you're a DJ that's producing tracks or you're like a guitar player, piano player, whatever it is, we're all just hitting buttons, creating sounds, right?
Creating something.
And at the end of the day, it's like I don't care what the instrument is, whether it's your computer or a piano. It's like you hear an idea in your head and you bring it to life.
Yeah.
And that thing literally didn't exist in the universe before you did that.
Literally.
We're literally inventing.
Yeah.
It's literally inventing. I mean, I think it's just super dope. Like I'm a huge Ableton fan. Like,
Okay.
I use Ableton.
You and Chris both, bro.
Like, yeah, man. Ableton is it's my thing, and I feel like just producing, it allows me. It shows more of my love for music than it shows my love for piano playing.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, man. Yeah.
I would say that's what it is, because like even like with the whole like how I just shouted out like the artist, I just love to just be a part of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like just being a part of the music and adding whatever instrumentation it is, like it just comes natural too. Like it's not forced. Like programming is forced, but producing and creating and actually developing an artist, man, I love it, man. It's perfect. That's what I really want to do. I want to be the next Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre,
Fuck yeah.
Rodney Jerkins, Ian Kirkpatrick, because he's also one of my favorites. So it's like I'm really. That's really where my heart is. It's like literally like I think my passion is more of serving the artists and being able to bring their ideas to life because they don't know how to do it, but I can interpret it for them.
100%, man. Did you find that's always the thing that I've struggled with most about stepping in to like a full-on producer mode is because like there's the engineering side and then there's a producer side. The engineering side can go fuck itself because I hate pushing buttons. I hate.
I thought you meant the people that do it. Sorry.
No. The utmost respect for engineers, bro.
Right.
None of this is possible without them.
They can go
No.
fuck themselves.
No.
We'll just go home. You know what I mean? We don't have to stay here.
Peace out.
To roast you.
Thanks for that, Anton.
No. what I'm
Shout out to
saying, what I'm saying is not engineers to go fuck themselves. Just like the task of doing the thing. It's like I hate. Like something goes wrong, I hate trying to figure out what's like troubleshooting.
I love that shit.
I
Dude,
can't stand it, bro.
I'm so fucking OCD. I'm obsessed with the way that my session looks on the screen.
Yeah,
I like to color code my shit. I'm like, oh, she's gonna do these ad libs right here. I'm gonna make sure them bitches are orange.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like.
That's the shit, but that's the shit that I obsess about also. But that's why I hate it so much.
Oh,
because
really,
Because
man?
I say, fuck, bro, I gotta color. I gotta like organize it this way, or this thing's not working properly. Gotta fix. Because what happens is that it takes me out of the creative side of it, and then I have to like go into that, and that usually takes me a while to figure out what's happening, and I have to like leave that world and then go back into the creative mode. I'm just like, I'm over being creative now. I'm so like analytically thinking about things. I can't just like let a thought flow anymore, you know.
And that's what templates are for, bro. Telling you,
facts.
templates are for that exact reason. Once I learned how to use templates, it changed the game. I was like, oh, let me just save all the stuff that I normally use, and when I pull it up, now it's all there.
Yeah, I feel you.
know?
Just stick to rainbow color coding if you can't figure out a scheme. If you don't want to think about it.
It's not. It's just like it's just something about
Start with red, then orange,
Right.
then yellow.
Just go down the
Keep it simple, right? Just keep it simple.
Yeah. just choose 1, 2, and 3.
If you use Cubase, it does it for you.
Bro.
It's true.
Oh, what's his face use Cubase, right? That we talking
Ian
about. Right?
Kirkpatrick,
I like
man.
Cubase, but it's not
Cubase is
it's not the
scary.
best one.
It's not the industry standard.
No.
It's
not at all.
scary.
But fuck the industry
I mean,
standard.
fuck the industry
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Just
Man,
saying.
it don't matter. Motherfuckers that create records on BandLab now.
No,
That is
that's
true.
That's true, but I think there is something to be said about being able to kind of like share sessions and like just kind of work across like when you're kind of cross-platforming. I think it makes it more difficult. And when the entire industry is like, okay, Pro Tools or Logic, then it just makes it easier to kind of hop on board with it. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna stem it out, just stem it out.
Yeah, totally.
At the end of
Totally.
the day, it's just fucking WAV files. Bro.
WAV
Yeah,
What
that's
do
about,
you need?
yeah.
Totally.
Shit,
That's
they
all you
already
need, you just gotta export
convert
it, right.
from an AIFF to freaking
One
WAV.
of my favorite pictures ever is Skrillex producing stuff, and it's just him like not using a mouse either, just on his
on
fucking
the
Mac,
little- yeah.
Key commands.
laying on his stomach on a fucking
Oh my
tile
God.
floor with
Oh
a
my
cigarette
God.
in
Literally
his
just
hand,
devolving.
and then just dropping Grammys like it's nothing. How many Grammys he's got? He got 9. That was the most awkward fucking Grammys if you watched it, because they just kept on pulling him up. Best album of the year. Best.
It makes no sense. Like, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter anymore.
matter.
Like,
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I mean, shit. People really only care about the first 30 seconds of your song now, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't get people's
Shout out to
attention.
TikTok. Y'all ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Totally. That's like
You,
I'm
you
a
can
big
no longer have an intro.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a big
2013. I'm so sorry. Well, it came out in 2012.
1, 2, 3.
It's insane
God
how many he has.
damn.
Yeah. He's dripping in Grammys. But what was shit? I completely
11
forgot.
Grammys.
No, that's what I was gonna say about
He's
TikTok.
legit got the same amount of Grammys as Mike Dean.
Beethoven's got 0 still, which is
Yeah,
bullshit.
well,
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. Literally.
I know, right? Nothing. But I was gonna say the best part about TikTok is that if you do write a hit song, it's like all they're gonna do is speed it up by 20 BPMs, and
Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
be even more famous.
Yeah.
That shit is driving me nuts. I'm like, what are we doing?
I mean, there's a lot of things.
Why are you speeding it up and then it's better?
There's a lot of things that I like TikTok for. Is it's a fucking hilarious platform, but it is not slowly. It's rapidly declining the culture. I will say, as I think it's becoming a net negative. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being old, but
It's crazy because I mean, if you think about it now, the whole point of life now for a lot of people because of social media, which is the reason why I'm also off of it right now, is just that it pressures you to make it, whatever the fuck make it means.
Yeah.
It pressures you to do that. So like we talk about it a lot, like, oh, we gotta post 4 times a day because we feel like if we post 4 times a day of our music, that eventually we'll make it. Or it's like I feel like social media is the worst for creatives, man. It's like even though it's great publicity, man, it's because we think of it from an analytical standpoint.
Yeah.
Trying to fuck the algorithm instead of the algorithm fucking us.
Yeah.
We're like, so we're so into it, and now TikTok is blowing motherfuckers up who don't even deserve to make music.
that's
Yeah.
true. And I think,
Musicians
Yeah,
are taking
look.
their
This
labels.
video going around this week
oh really?
How's
of like all these famous
Fucking
artists that are
hot.
getting, they have to post like 3 or 4 times a day, or their not
didn't I
dropping
see
their
that?
songs.
Insane.
I sent you that TikTok too.
Yeah,
Where it was
4 times a day.
Remember,
thing.
it was that guy on the road, and he was just checking his voicemail, and it's his agent being like, "Look, I really think if we put a couple more phone stuff, we're gonna make
Dude,
it."
but it's real.
Yeah, it's real. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's crazy that labels are basically holding projects hostage unless you become. First off, like if you're an artist, like you just don't have time to post 4 times a day. You know, like because the thing is with TikTok, the reason why it's so detrimental is because like first off, if you want good visibility, you have to. It's a content creating platform.
Definitely.
This is not just like posting a picture about where you're at or what you're doing. This is creating like actionable content. Right. So as an artist, it's become less about the music that you're putting out and just about how you're getting people to interact with it. Right. And that's the problem. You gotta do it 4 times a day. So you have to spend like a month just making shit, backlogging it, and then you gotta spend the next month fucking releasing all this shit.
Right.
And then it's like, bro, this is 2 months where I haven't even really touched my fucking instrument or made or done anything really productive musically. It's just I'm trying to stay relevant on TikTok, which is why I think Instagram, you know, and there's I forgot the guy's name. He's a TikTok guy, but he's like, you know, his whole it shouldn't be and. It's never or, it's always and, right? You should be on Instagram and TikTok, not Instagram or TikTok,
Yeah, no, it's
right?
both, right?
However, like, I think that the Instagram is much more palatable for an artist because you can post once a day and still see good traction, right? And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can do like, you know, a reel here, like, you know, once or twice a week. You can do a picture on another day, maybe a video right to your fans on another day. That shit's easy to maintain if you want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. But TikTok 4 times a day, like with real content, that's fucking crazy, bro.
It's insane, but I mean, it's like labels aren't really even labels anymore. And like because we're making this move to Los Angeles, I had to study a lot of it. I really, you know, leveraged my relationship with my mentors and started asking us a lot about these different business ideas that I had. And especially with like working with labels and things of that nature, they don't even care if you have good music anymore. Like if you don't go viral or if you don't have a following, there's not even a conversation. Like, I could probably play circles around half of the people at RCA, but because I don't have a solid following, I can't be a trending producer. Like, it's crazy.
So this is a topic that I want to dive really deep on because I love, this is the shit that I love, right? Before we do that, speaking of going viral, we have a segment that we do called Bottom of the Billboard, right? And so basically what we do is just we pick a song every week. Billy and I typically can't agree on what we like to like.
Fucking anything.
We
Really.
we can't agree on anything, and our tastes in music are so vastly different. So we typically don't like what the other one is, you know, proposing that week. So this week was Billy's pick. We review the song, and then we decide whether or not it goes on to our Spotify playlist, which is called Bottom of the Billboard. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, play on our name. Anyways, Bill, what'd you pick this week?
Put board at the end of it. That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. But yeah, I still. Anyways, I'm not gonna say it on here. But today I picked "Creep" by Radiohead. Have you heard that song before?
Yeah, fire.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Yeah.
Careful, we don't want to get fucking hit with
Hey, Guitar
YouTube licensing
Hero.
right now.
I only know
Guitar
that
Hero.
song because of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Man, I destroyed that song.
Hey, on Expert, bro, that was the easiest Expert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
man.
it was Rock Band, but
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
Rock Band. It was Rock Band.
Rock Band was way better because they
had the drums.
Yeah, the
You know
drums,
when
yeah.
they turned around and put the little higher frets up,
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
on the guitar, man, I was like, oh, I thought I was doing some shit. Then I was like,
bro,
The 5 buttons.
I always stayed up.
Yeah,
there.
the
It's
finger
like,
tap.
can we talk about that? There's no better feeling in the world than when you're crushing expert level
Oh, dude,
on Guitar Hero or Rock
Rock
Band.
Band, yeah.
You're just like hitting that shit. You're just like, bro, I'm legitimately a great guitar
Right.
player.
Man, it made me buy a guitar, and I still am trash at guitar. I'm still trash at guitar. to this
Yeah,
day.
it is definitely. It's a little misleading. There's definitely no overlap, but
No,
it makes
no,
you
no.
feel real good in the moment.
Because listen, I would play the shit out of all those Slash solos,
Yeah, oh
dude.
my
I'd be in
God,
just
bro.
tongue out and
When
everything.
my dad got the surround sound system, and I put my PS2 to that shit, and I literally turned that thing all the way up, bro. I was going fucking ham.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world, hands down.
I'm jealous of guitar players.
Bro, there was people who were too good at that game, though, man.
Huh?
There was people who were like way too good at that game.
I was one of them.
Oh, dude, you could do like the double shit, like.
No, I couldn't do like there was some unlockable songs like the Dragon Force one.
Yeah,
I
dude,
couldn't
like-
do that shit.
okay,
or like
yeah.
one the Metallica one. It was the last song on the set list. So you had to like beat. I couldn't get through that one, but I beat every single one of them at 100% up until that point.
Damn.
Yeah.
I bet I could beat you at that game too.
Now you could probably. Yeah.
No.
I haven't played in a long time.
You was talking so much smack about
Bro, it's
Super
a
Smash
new,
Brothers.
I've never played it on the
Ooh,
Switch
Super
before.
Smash
I've never
Brothers.
played it on the Switch before, so you have to and like the buttons were reversed
It's
and
definitely
shit.
a little different.
It's different, but like we go back to the
GameCube?
No. I
We're
crushed
old.
on the Wii. No, I
N64.
crushed on the Wii version.
Oh, okay.
Smash Brothers Brawl, and then obviously N64 version. I
the
fucking
64
crushed too.
one, that's the best one.
But like,
64.
so I still maintain that if we're playing Brawl or if
Yeah.
we're playing N64 version,
Yeah.
I would mop the floor with you. No question about it.
I have to
But
also
on the new
say,
one,
I have to say about the new one that, it's the same court for me, bud.
I don't know
And
why. I don't know why you adapted so quickly.
I adapted.
Yeah,
no.
adapt.
Beginner's luck.
That's
No,
probably what it was.
beginner's luck.
He did
Smoked. Yeah.
He did win like 3 or 4 games in a row.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, okay.
So
that's
it's a
not
little,
good,
but like the thing that the controls were, it's a whole fucking
They
thing,
were
bro.
okay. They were different for me.
But either
too.
way.
What's
It's a small
up?
controller too.
Yeah, it's
You know,
definitely
it's a
small
very small
controller,
controller.
like-
It's hard to.
I like
you
how
know.
you guys are trying to. Thank you for helping me
You
out.
know,
By the way.
just-
I appreciate it.
My
It's
wife
a-
beat my ass in Mario Kart. We were at the Wolf Trap. We were at the Wolf Trap in DC this past weekend. I was out there playing a show with Black Violin, and they had a game room. So they had like pool, ping pong, and then it had the Switch. And I was talking all this shit. I was like, yo, I'm going to whoop your ass in Mario Kart. And then when I was like, oh, it's on a Switch. And then I tried to grab the Switch controller. So I got
Yeah, you
piano
got big
hands, man.
hands.
So that was. And then like the little top parts on the right, I couldn't even press them
Bro,
because my finger wouldn't go. And I was
so-
like, shit. I was like, how you, what?
It's
Nah.
so inconvenient. Yeah, it's sometimes smaller's not always better in the tech world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Definitely not for that. I mean, if you keep it on the little game thing, it makes sense because you get the 2 hands.
Yeah,
but
totally.
When it's just one controller, nah.
No, we
All
Sorry.
right, go ahead.
well, they should bring back the N64 controllers and call it a day. I'm not like against progress and technology. I'm always down to adapt, but let's get rid of the small controllers and go back to the N64.
Well, I just
Yeah.
don't like that.
64
The
controller
middle,
is
the
so
middle
fucking
part of it
ugly.
was annoying. That was a weird.
It looked
It
like
was?
a fucked up McDonald's.
I remember. Yeah, it does look like that.
It's like you had 2 different ways of holding it depending what game you're playing.
That's true.
you know?
That's
It's
true.
like-
And I remember when I got N64 for Christmas when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
That must have been nice.
And I remember adjusting from that. But before that was NES, right? So like
Yeah.
that controller was just a little fucking rectangle like this. So we were playing all the games on that.
Yeah.
So when the N64 controller came out, I was like, "What is this?" I was
Like
like, how
buttons.
how does anybody play this? And then you get used to it very quickly. And I remember just from Mario Kart and from Smash, mostly Mario Kart, like my thumb had a callus right here.
Oh, from the fucking hard
From the
track.
joystick, yeah. So
in the
think-
middle of the controller. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
it's
what the
wild.
heck?
You just grew up in South Florida where there's so much more. You had a beach you could go to. I grew up in the middle of
the
nowhere,
beach, we had a fu-
Kentucky.
I
Dude,
had-
That's
Kentucky.
all we had.
Oh no, you had fields and stuff. You
No,
know?
yeah, but I'm saying like N64, that was it, bro.
yeah,
dude.
I'll get
Bro.
mine booted up, cleaned out.
yeah.
I'll blow it in a cartridge and I'll smoke.
Bro, but here's the thing. I grew up in South Florida, yes, but like it's not like I grew up in like fucking downtown Miami where there's shit going on. I grew up in the suburbs.
How close,
we
is,
still
how,
didn't have
close
shit.
is, how close is your neighbor?
I mean, like right
Yeah.
next door to me. It was a
Okay.
fucking suburb. It's not like I grew up in a place where you could like I don't know, whatever. It's like half an hour to Miami, half an hour to Fort Lauderdale.
Did you have to feed your goats every day when you got off the bus?
No, but I did have to clean my cat's litter box. So we'll say that.
Cat's litter box.
Cat's litter box.
Yeah,
Hey man, that stuff smells bad.
it's terrible,
It smells
bro.
so bad.
Yeah, let's talk about the fucking hardships of growing up in suburban Florida. Anyways, let's creep, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
N64.
Yeah. I think it came out. I don't know what year it came out. It had to be like right when because
Creep.
yeah,
I think like
Early
because when
2000s?
N64 came out in like 97 or so,
96.
96, something like that.
Why?
All right.
Why is that having in relation to?
Because I think that's when Creep came out.
No, I
too.
think Creep did it come out that early. What year did it come out, Chris?
Anyway,
Yeah, it's a tough Google search. You can imagine.
but I love this song. I've always loved this song, and it's really strange to me. That guitar.
92, look at that.
This
92.
Wow, I thought it
fucking
was a
song
lot
is
younger than
older
that.
than me, man.
Yeah, wow.
I thought that was a
Quit bragging.
Damn.
But I've always loved this song. I love when
That's
the
30
guitar
years.
comes in for the first time. The gung, gung, gung. I
Yeah.
fucking love that tone. It's from front to from beginning to end. I just love it.
Yeah.
100%. I think it's their best song without a doubt.
Yeah, it's
And the numbers show it, but every Radiohead fan and then even the band itself hates it.
yeah.
You can look on Spotify. We were looking at it earlier. It's got 900 million plays, and I think the next best song is Karma Police, which is a great song. Don't get me wrong, but it has 300 million plays.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's just a weird thing to happen. Like, imagine being as good as Radiohead, and then that song being number one, and then they hate it, and then so they don't play it at all.
Well, no, this happens a lot with artists like that because first off, Radiohead.
That's what I was trying to say. Every band eventually becomes a cover band.
Well, here's how I say, Creep is
I'm saying.
it's a good song, but if you're into Radiohead, you don't like them for that because the
Why
rest of their
not,
shit
though?
is so weirdly obscure and production wise, it really pushes some it covered a lot of new ground, especially when they were kind of at the peak of their career. So I think and also they explored a lot of odd times and just weird shit. You know what I mean? This song was kind of a huge departure from that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all obviously huge mainstream success, which is great for them.
They'd
but
probably be nowhere without that song either.
They
No,
wouldn't be
yeah,
anywhere
no.
without
I don't know if I agree with that statement. They wouldn't be as famous as they are right
They
now.
wouldn't be, yeah.
But they already had their following before that song
sure.
came out. So it's if you love Radiohead, you don't love that song because it's such a departure from what they do.
But why not? Why? I mean, I don't get it. It's a song that they wrote and it's super. I just don't understand if you're a Radiohead fan. Why don't
Have you
like
listened
Creep?
to Radiohead before
Of
other
course.
than Creep?
Yes, of course.
I feel like you've heard Creep and fucking.
OK Computer's one of a front. Yeah, it's an amazing
I
album.
probably know 4 or 5 Radiohead
Kid A is
songs,
awesome,
but
too.
But I mean,
Yeah, I don't even know a few.
I will say that I just feel like Creep is probably one of their more digestible songs for a simple
Totally.
Yeah.
for a simple minded
It's 4 chords.
human. Creep is
Yeah.
gonna work out
Let's
perfect.
okay.
relatable,
Let's
you know?
so let's. I want to rephrase a simple-minded human because I would say that the non-musically
Non-musically,
people,
yeah.
Yeah.
because there's a lot of smart people out there that just aren't super into music, and that song is just
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean.
I'm talking about from an art perspective.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's not in the sense of just they're just completely just aimlessly. I'm just talking about the certain frequencies that musicians more like tension. People who deal with who just go day in and day out. They're used to just a monogamous type of chord progression.
Yeah.
And so then on top of that, they're also used to the least amount of words, especially nowadays. The reason why Creep can still get 900 million is going to keep going is because somebody's going to make a TikTok to it because the phrasing of it is just so simple.
Yeah, totally.
They're going to win off, even though they have a great catalog, their main thing that's going to win off their catalog is going to be Creep.
Why did they write it then?
Uh,
And why did they record
release-
it and
the label?
release it?
Label.
Oh, the
It's
label's
It's very
Were they
possible.
pinned into a corner and be like, write a fucking song everybody can understand?
The reason why I don't always love that argument is not to say that it's not a dynamic that exists, because it for sure does, but a band like that, I feel like they just I don't know, I don't like to speculate on things like that, because there's also the side of it where it's not easy to write a hit song, right?
Yeah.
So it's to say that the label was put a gun to their head and said write a hit song, and they just did, is kind of it's kind of taking away from what it actually is to write a hit song. They could have just stumbled upon it and were yeah, that's a catchy song, it's different, but we could do something with that, and they do it and it became a huge hit. That could have also been the case, because that happens a lot with artists, right?
I don't know. It just, as much as Tom York puts his heart into every single song that he writes, and how crazy it is, and then he wrote that one too. Why would you think that he did something else? And then secondly, my favorite part about this song is the history with it, is because it became so famous, they were we're not playing it, and they didn't play it live for over 13 years.
Their fans probably loved it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But then when they did play it live for the first
it
time,
probably was
I can't remember what festival it was at. I think it might have been Bonnaroo or something like that. But there's video of it, and people lost their goddamn mind.
people were probably
That's what they're
crying
there
and shit,
for.
But can you imagine going to see your favorite band and like, I really love Creep, like, and then everyone would be like, Creep's an awful song. It's like, yeah, but I really like it. And they're like, we're not gonna play it for you.
It's
a weird band dynamic.
No, but like, what? It's kind of like cool self-awareness, though, right? Like they don't play the song at any of their shows for 13 years, and all of a sudden, like, okay, we know we're doing a pop festival. Play the fucking songs. We know most of the people. Yeah,
they're not gonna care about anything else. They're not gonna listen to you before you play Creep.
Exactly.
But is it because they don't like the song, or is it like because they have been like?
It's probably just got played out for them.
It could have been. It could have been like an emotional, thing for them. Like,
it could have been, but typically, majority of the hits that you don't, because you don't know what a hit is, they probably just wrote it like you said, and it ended up just taking off. And sometimes a lot of the hits that happen are ones that you don't expect.
Exactly.
And what ends up sucking is when people make that who you are.
100%.
So then you have to continually make that. And then that's where the backlash comes, because then you have your mainstream people who are like, hey, we're actually buying your CDs. And some of your fans who just listen to your music and stream it and don't buy it.
Right.
They stream it. They're the ones that's like, oh, yeah, we don't like the song either. Yeah. But then you got to think about it. It hits different when you got a mainstream check.
Yeah, that's true.
Are they returning the fucking royalties and everything?
No, that's
right, aren't you?
That's true, but also, even though their fans, like their diehards, aren't buying like the album, maybe they're definitely buying tickets to the shows. And if you and Radiohead's not playing small clubs, these guys are selling out like fucking arenas and shit. Yeah. So let's not pretend like those checks don't look good either.
Right.
You know what I mean, so it's like they probably obviously.
The band would even describe the single as crap until the
Guardian.
Any fans who request this on concert were, oh my god,
we're no, that is
they really did not like the song.
Anally retarded. Man. That is a quote for the ages, is it not, or what?
Yeah, when was that show then? That they played. They hadn't played it since 2009, and
so
then
it says 2008.
Success then.
Watch Prince.
Yeah, I mean they're a huge success.
But personally, like not from stats, but just because the thing is the biggest song is the song that they hate the most. It's not like it's just a song that they don't like. Like
we suck saying
they
cock,
personally and emotionally are.
It says we suck saying cock. What?
Oh man,
we sucked.
Wait, they're talking about the song?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they did right for the label. We sucked Satan's cock.
Every band eventually becomes a cover band.
We were like paranoid little mice in cages.
You know what it could have been? It could have been like that thing when Miles just released those 3 records because he was done with the label.
Bro, nah, that just sounds like they got some personal issues going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Like, I wouldn't have sucked Satan's dick. like not for him to blow up the song that I hate the most. Yeah, like you sucking dick and singing the song that you hate the most. Yeah, that just sounds terrible.
Yeah, you definitely lost out on that deal. But again, bro, that fucking paycheck is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it clearly. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And they're breaking off of it now.
Because I mean, I'm gonna sing that song every fucking where I go if it get me 900 million views.
Bro, fucking, you got that rock band money now. You know what I mean? Like those guys are fucking off that song alone. And by the way, those days are fucking gone. You don't get just like write one hit anymore and call it a day.
You gotta write multiple.
Yeah, you gotta have multiple.
Yeah, you gotta and then just like the
multi no more. You just gotta write songs.
Yeah, and the multi-level marketing that happens now too. It's like you can even write a few hits. It's like streaming just doesn't pay what the radio paid. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, but I mean, 900 million streams.
Yeah, no,
that's a lot.
You still walk away with what 50, 60? No, even more now. Like probably like 100, 200,000.
No,
just from that video alone.
No, that's. But Radiohead. Let's be real. Radiohead's not making their money off of that song from streaming, right? That's Rock Band. That's syndication on FM radio. Yeah, like that's how they made their money on that. Or movie placement, whatever. That's how they make their money on that song.
The catalog, the working catalog.
Right. Yeah. Just like artists now that are coming up, like like 900 million plays. That looks great, but like that's not setting you up for life. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Which I want to talk about. I want to get into like the label stuff now. Which that song makes it in the playlist. Obviously,
how much does it make? It makes $360,000. I mean, That's a nice
That's good
Bugatti.
money.
That's
just Spotify. Then you got
that's
Apple
just
Music.
this is yes. Thank you for acknowledging that, because this is a problem that I have with the fucking like older generation talking about streaming and how it's like not a like how it's a bullshit source of revenue for people now. It's like, bro, you guys keep citing one streaming platform and that's the only fucking one. It's like there's thousands of streaming platforms out there that if you're doing numbers like that, all that like add all that together, it starts to look really good.
I mean, just between Apple Music and Spotify, you know, you're already at what 80,000.
What's that website?
Deezer?
Which one?
No,
Look at Tidal, dude. Tidal's
blowing up right now.
yeah,
Royalties
Tidal, dude.
calculator.
That is, hey man,
Tidal's
Bookmark
blowing up.
that.
It looks
That's
like
a great
Tidal and
website.
Amazon Music as well. Alrighty.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like the older generation that complains about the streaming stuff. It's like first off, you keep referencing one platform. You keep saying Spotify. It's like there's a lot of streaming platforms out there that all pay out similar rates to what Spotify's paying out. So if you're hitting those numbers across the board, then you're still doing all right.
Yeah, you're still doing good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like and then it's also just like a failure to want to adapt. You know what I mean?
When did Spotify and like streaming stuff really start?
I think like 2010.
Think that early? Not
No, I
Pandora,
think
but like
it was-
Spotify itself. Like they were the most popular one. Still are.
I think it was later
were
though, right?
But they were pretty much they were the first ones.
But
to really do it.
how
Yeah.
pissed? Because when you submit your music, it all starts at 0. How pissed do you think they were again watching it go all the way up? That sucks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's see the success on a different platform, like
God
20
damn it,
years
now we have an
later.
actual number.
Yeah,
But then at the same time, then it's like then the royalties, you know, start coming in. And it's like
But
and then
to- but
TikTok,
to-
you know, we were talking about TikTok. Then they use it for that shit. That's
What
another
it-
paycheck.
TikTok's on
Daniel Tosh said it's really hard to frown on a jet ski.
yeah.
Right.
But you know, TikTok right now, social media platforms are paying out way better than the streaming platforms are too. TikTok signed like a $50 billion deal with Sony or some shit to
Yep.
Yeah,
for
we're
the
working
rights.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah, working it out. But I do want to get into the label stuff. We were kind of touching that before.
Oh wait,
this
does it
le-
make the
It makes
playlist?
it, yeah, it makes the playlist.
Makes the
It's a good
playlist.
song.
Definitely makes a playlist.
Who'd have thought? Golf clap.
Check out the play-
Analyra.
yeah, 2022. We can't say that anymore.
Like that's a whole nother. Like that was just like so disturbing.
Yeah, no, for real.
what an image. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
Like I don't like that's gonna be a fun fact for me about radio.
Yeah, they say really crazy
They
things
just-
when they think they're not
like
being heard.
really disturbing things about a song.
Yeah.
Was it? They were talking about their fans, the people that liked it.
Yeah.
Were that way.
If we like, so the thing is, I feel offended because I would have requested.
I would have requested that.
You would've been
I
that
feel
guy
like
in
I
the
have
audience.
a very smart butthole, so take
Well-
that, Tom.
Well, don't we all start off as anuses anyways? Don't we all start off as anuses anyways?
Is that true?
Really
What?
smart.
I think we all start off as anuses.
I think you start out as a belly button, right?
Or is it a belly button? I don't
Yeah.
know. But isn't the belly button the same thing
It's
as
all
an anus?
it's all a whole,
Yeah, it's
right?
a front side anus.
When it's-
Everything is a whole.
Everything's
Am I
Out of a
correct?
whole.
I'm correct, right?
Start
Hey,
out-
look, information. I'm trying
Wow,
to tell you.
bro.
I told you it's the things that you don't know that he knows.
That's a good.
You were not incorrect about that.
You know?
I think I could have gone my entire life without ever knowing that.
I needed to know that.
Exactly.
We're all assholes at heart, you know?
Literally, that's the quote of the episode. We're all assholes at heart.
Yeah.
Um,
That's 3 good band names right in that paragraph. Blastula, I didn't know that. That's what it's called. That's what you are, or whatever.
A blastula.
Like, a blastula, and then assholes from birth. Great punk band
yeah,
name.
assholes from birth. Yeah.
And then what was the other one? I can't remember what it was. Whatever. sorry.
American bacon.
America Bacon.
No.
American
no,
Bacon?
From that. Can
Oh.
you put that back up for a second? I can't remember what it was. What was it? Tiny Anuses.
Tiny
Anuses.
That's a great band name. Yeah, I'd go see that band. for sure.
I'd go see them at the Swanee Fest.
Tiny-
Bro.
Yeah,
It's like-
Yeah, or maybe at Jackrabbits.
Tiny anuses.
Yeah, that's a metal band for sure.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so I really want to get into this label stuff before we take up way too much time just talking about assholes.
Right.
So what were we saying before about the label stuff?
It's not good. or
No,
something?
that's just not what they were before. I feel like now there's at best they're just like basically banks, right?
Yeah.
That's all they are.
So you've done a ton of research. I'm curious to know, and also probably just, firsthand experience working with some of the artists you guys have been working with. What's some of the stuff that you've gained, knowledge that you've gained about the whole situation?
First of all, the music industry isn't shit. It's not personal. It's not personal
business.
at all.
Yeah.
It's complete. It's so business related that the emotion is so far put from it that the emotional response that you see on social media is not even real. It's set up. A lot of the lifestyles that they're portraying aren't real. Some of the artists can't even drive their own car to the studio session, but they'll pull up with like huge chains, or they'll have 1 million followers on Instagram but sleep on the studio couch.
That's kind of always been the case, though, right? That's not like a different dynamic. You look at like
it's crazy.
Like MTV Cribs back in the day was like
It was all staged.
a lot of that shit was staged, or like they were just renting a house for the show, or like they'd have like a ton of cars out front, and all that shit's just kind of rented,
Yeah.
And I feel like it's called show business for a reason.
Right.
It's a show. It's not real.
Yeah, man.
You know?
But all the people who are looking at it are inspiring to be what you're faking.
That's the problem, right?
It's and I think
social media, bro.
I think from those days and times that we're now starting to actually see the effect. We've never really seen the effect until now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that maybe as far as the entertainment industry goes, but I think that business across the board has always been about, like, every brand is about selling a lifestyle, right?
Sure.
Whether it's real or not. This is true for like like beach culture, or like like surfing, or like whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
It's all about selling. You could hear it in your head, like them pitching to an ad company or something. This is like, we're selling a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not just a product. We're selling a life. It's like that's what it is, and like social media has kind of amplified that or magnified that, right? To this level, it's like that's becoming the scale is kind of tipped. You know what I mean? At one point, it may have been something that's like it may have been a good thing, maybe to help people to stay driven to reach like their full potential. But nowadays, it's like we're almost kind of like we're almost kind of like trying to sell you a house that you can't afford anymore, right? It's like that's the reality of it. It's like we're trying to sell a lifestyle that you can't actually live.
It's tough, man. And then even on top of that, like, I guess the other thing that kind of hurts about it, trying to become one of the greats, or aspiring to be a great, is to see that the actual love of music from the person who's going to be controlling who gets paid doesn't really care about it at all.
Yeah.
It's just an investment.
Right.
Totally.
And so, it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, you feel like you can be the one to fix it. But then again, instead of being the one trying to fix it, I just stand for what I stand for with the amount of influence that I have. And so I've kind of been soul searching in that area, especially like just dealing with people in the actual industry now. It's like going from, dealing with people, in the bars and the clubs, to now dealing with people who have to talk to their assistants, or have to like go through their manager, or have to go through the bullshit and wait for paperwork to go in, or things of that nature, or to see a song that I produced hit 6 million streams, but I didn't even know that it dropped.
Yeah. That's gotta be fucking. How do you deal with something like that?
Get a lawyer.
Really?
Liar up.
You don't sign contracts with people.
So
like,
even if you sign a contract, it depends on if they turn it in or not. I mean, I'm not the one paying people. They're the ones that's paying me. So it's like,
right.
it's just like a hotel. They can take your money so quickly, but they won't give it to you the same week.
But you don't sign like production contracts when you're working with an artist.
Yeah, but it's different. It works. It's really weird because it goes through so many different people before it even gets to the people who created the music.
Okay.
Like, it goes through such a long line of just people. Especially like when you're dealing with the artist. The artist may tell you that they're dropping a song, but he can't really tell you if you're dropping a song or not until everybody in the label signs off.
Yeah, they're so insulated from like all the business that's happening. You know what I mean?
So it's weird. It's weird, but you kind of just find your place in it. But then again, we're also like really, really freshmen on the block. Like, We don't like nobody knows us. We're
We're
just showing up and we're like, hey, we're here, we're delivering. But then they're like, oh, let me take you, and then you just start to kind of see, like that's how I said I found out that it's just nothing personal because it's like you see how everybody's there for something.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
So just knowing that you're also there for something and being able to guard yourself in that, that's just what I've been learning.
Yeah.
It's a sharky industry, man.
Well, so which I think, so we're talking about the labels. I think that's the importance of labels because it's like it kind of helps give you some sort of like respect or reputation. Like it kind of puts you ahead because it's like, oh shit, you associate with this label or whatever, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it gives you leverage over some people,
Yeah, it definitely gives you more legitimacy for
Yeah.
sure in that regard. And I think that they're still relevant in ways where it's like they have access to
Right.
a lot of people and
Yeah.
resources
Yeah.
across the board that you won't have access to as just somebody who's not represented.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I just don't know that I don't know what the deals look like now. I've never had a record deal or like, it's been a long time since I've been involved.
They're horrible, but they're great.
Yeah, I can imagine. Obviously, I can imagine like the the advances being a good thing if you work with like a real label and you're getting like a
Right.
real good deal. Obviously, there's a lot of shitty advances too if you're working with a small indie label or something. But like, I don't like the thing is the path to them recouping their investment is a lot different now than what it was even 20 or 30 years ago. Right. So in my mind, where I would be concerned is like, okay, where are you taking your cut now? Because if we're not selling records anymore and streaming numbers are what they are, obviously it can be good, but like you're not recouping, that. So where are you trying to take the money from now? We're taking from live shows, we're taking from merch, we're taking from the entire business.
They're also not spending the money though.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, the money, we're not getting like $1 million contracts anymore.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing that the labels have that a lot of upcoming artists will never have is the connections and the resources.
That's what I was just saying.
So that's their leverage.
Right.
So their leverage from being out the bank is even though that they could give you a shitty amount of money, but they could still put me in a room with Dr. Dre.
Totally, and that's what I'm saying. That like the real asset that they are still is because of that, right? However, I'm just curious as to how they're planning to recoup their investment now, right?
Well, I think because a lot of labels now they do partnerships with artists. So you see how Drake has like OVO and he signs artists and he brings this artist. So Drake is now the middleman between whoever he signed to and his label, and
he's just a producer basically.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what he's doing. And so it's just like they're still making their money because the weird thing is like a label exec probably has millions and millions in the bank. Let's just say I don't know how much he'll have in there because I'm not a label exec. But the thing is he could go to his homie who has a streaming farm.
Or she 2022.
Yeah, or she, he or she,
or them,
or them, or they, whatever. Like but they can go to a streaming farm and they can turn their money and be like, hey, I just need you to stream my song for 4 billion times.
Right.
That's and then true. And so it's like, they know. So the thing is they almost treat the music business like stocks. Yeah. Like they know how to flip it.
Yeah, totally.
So they're gonna make their money, but the thing is they're actually the reason why they don't even take that much money anymore is because they're saving money.
Right.
They're saving money. They don't have to build you completely up. If you don't have a certain amount of followers, if you don't have a certain amount of streams,
development anymore.
Yeah, like artist development is not a thing.
Yeah.
So you're already established before they even sign you nowadays.
Totally.
So it's like, okay, so first of all, so now it's like, okay, so now we can make money more off of the merchandise because first of all, the artist probably ain't gonna be thinking about merchandise. So okay, so we can set that up for him, and what they'll do is they'll go grab the copyrights, they'll go grab the masters, or they'll go grab the rights to these certain things, and that's how they still make their money.
Totally,
because the one thing that we want to do, like we even talked about it, like even with audio engineering, we just want to create.
Right.
So we don't even want to think about the other things. We just want to create. Oh, you're gonna give me my advance. You're going to do that. Okay, cool. And what labels and how they trick the artists is they make it comfortable for them.
Right.
And so, okay, so like it's easy to go find a super talented person who probably has like, let's say like 30,000 followers online because they can buy it. First of all, they can buy that 30,000. They can get whatever interaction they need. And then they don't have, let's say they have like $500 in the account. The label comes to you with $30,000. They can change your life. $30,000 can change your life. You have to make in that decision in that moment to be like, dang, I've never had $30,000 before. Am I going to take this deal and give them whatever it is? Or, you're being put in those type of predicaments.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people go through that predicament right now.
Yeah.
It's either like, oh, we get 100, like we get 80% of your overall master, but we'll give you this $40K right now.
That's insane, right? Like to think about giving away that much of like that much ownership to your property, and then say, for 40 grand, it's like that's not a year's salary for most people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's what they're charging, because they're also giving them housing now. They're
Right.
putting all of their artists in the same house, so they're literally consolidating on cost and giving you a sizable advance. Because the thing is like you can still go out and make $5,000-$8,000 a show. If you go out there, you don't got to give them nothing off of that. But all of the royalties or whatever, because even the venue, like if they're signed up with ASCAP or whatnot, they'll do like the whole like performing rights thing where they pay you for playing your own music.
Right.
But it's the labels, they're still making all the money because they also still control all of the outlets to get your music out
Yeah.
there.
Well, what was that figure we pulled up on an episode a while back where labels are making something like $1 million an hour or some shit?
Oh yeah,
It makes
crazy.
sense, dude.
because you said $100 million.
Yeah, so
an hour.
I messed the figure up.
Yeah,
it's like $1 million an hour or
Yeah,
something.
that
But
was
still
that was a joke last time. You're just 100 times off.
Yeah, but still an exorbitant amount. $1 million an hour. Think about that for a second.
Yeah, 'cause the artists don't see
352
that.
days in the year.
Yeah.
365.
That's
Sorry.
okay,
That's
dude.
one
My bad.
label. That's
one
one
label.
label.
That's
though.
one label, right? Exactly.
Right.
No, that might have been a collective figure though, for like 4 or 5 of the major labels or some shit.
Oh, but that's still not bad either.
Yeah.
$1 million per hour.
It's like
just from streaming alone.
Like every label together would make some
But
million.
so-
no,
It's
it's
major labels.
There's like 4 or 5 like major labels that are collectively making
So
that
is
an
it-
hour.
And it's collective?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a collective number. I can't read that. I don't have my glasses on.
29
Universal, Sony, Warner.
22.9 million a day in streaming revenue.
Yeah. So
Oh,
okay.
so
So
just
three labels, but those are like the big, like
Yeah, they own pretty much everybody's
everything.
masters.
Yeah. So that's like that's insane. You know
No,
what I
that's separate, man. That's what they're making individually.
80% of the industry's profit. Yeah. So okay.
mean? No, that's together, isn't it? Or,
No, I
No.
just read the other.
oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's separate.
little-
yeah.
little
That's
bit.
insane.
Well, they worked really hard for it.
They did work really hard for it. The entities. No,
I
I know
was
you're kidding,
being
but
facetious.
I know you were. But
But at one point they,
They
did.
built-
I mean,
they had to build up.
from
they
somewhere.
built empires, guys.
Right.
Like, they've affected.
the artists they signed built empires.
Yeah, but those artists were able to do what they did because they got the money from them to do
Right,
it,
yeah.
right?
It should
and
be-
the, and
it
the,
should
and the
be 50-50
distribution,
then, right?
No, I mean, like depends how you
See?
look at it, bro.
See, there you go.
I don't know.
know.
I mean, it's that's a very touchy subject.
They
Yeah,
assumed all the risk financially, though. You know what I mean? That's the
all
problem.
of the risk financially.
They do. And when they sign an artist, it doesn't mean that an artist is gonna hit.
In fact, it rarely means that they're going to hit. If you look at, and this is not a new thing, right? Because obviously people are getting deals left and right these days.
Right.
Back in the day, this is even a thing. Like, look at the amount of artists that like Motown signed, okay? And think about the amount of people off the top of your head right now that you can name. That's a fraction of the people that they signed. So it's like every investment kind of works the same way. You got an investor. They take on 10 investments. If you hit your nut on like on one of them. No. If one of them blows up, right, and then you hit your nut on 3 or 4 more, then you have 5 that fail. You're still making a shitload of money, right? So that's what the labels did. You had 1 or 2 artists that blew up, and you had 100 artists that didn't do shit, right? And just off those 2 artists, you've made your money back and then some, and then you have all your other artists that you're kind of breaking even on, and that's just preventing you from failing, right?
Yeah.
So they assume that the thing is that those numbers suck for artists, right? But like the labels assume all of the risk financially and otherwise when it comes to the contracts and like all the legal stuff, liabilities, like all that. The artists,
But they still can't do it without the artists. Is what I'm.
the
trying
artists
to say.
can't do it without them though.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm trying to say it still should be at least.
But I don't think it should be 50-50
No, not 50-50, that's
because
crazy.
none of
I mean-
them has put in more work. Like an established label, That's years. I mean, that is like
decades.
of
But
work.
you still can't do it without them. So
But
they're-
they
can.
Yes,
They
they
did.
can.
But
Because
they
you gotta
did.
remember, you gotta think about all of the past success that they've had. They still have those working catalogs that still make money for them.
from
So-
the artists that did it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
imagine
but-
if every artist got 50-50.
But the thing
though.
is,
It's
is literally, it's just like, if I was signed to a label, I would be a good piano player. If I wasn't signed to a label, I would be a good piano player.
Right.
The difference between me being a good piano player and a known successful piano player is the money.
Exactly.
The money,
100%.
literally is
Separates
it's 80. It's like 80% of it.
And it-
Like, because they can take, like, we see it now. They can take people who have literally no talent at all and force them on us and make them a freaking success.
100%. And exactly that's kind of the point here is that like there's like there's literally a handful of people that could do what they do, and there is a dime a dozen people that could do what we do. You know what I mean? So it's like, so that's why the dynamic is kind of tilts one way, because it's like, yeah, okay, well, like you can't, like you don't have a product without the artist, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like that artist could be anybody.
right.
So do you think it's fair then?
I don't know. I don't know if it's fair or not.
It sounds
but-
like you think it is.
No, I don't. I definitely don't think it should be 50-50. That'd be insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
because I had
it's
no money
2%.
before, but now I'm making
Right.
the same amount of money you're making. Nah,
Right,
that
no,
don't
that's
sound
crazy.
right.
That's
No.
crazy.
That don't sound right.
That's
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 crazy.
insanity. But especially as an artist, you're assuming virtually no risk, right? Like you obviously have contracts that are holding you accountable for certain things, but at the end of the day, if it all goes to shit, you're not on the hook for anything.
Because
Really.
you didn't have the money in the first
Exactly,
place.
exactly. It's like any other. That's why you have the whole, like, limited liability shit. It's like that's why you start those, right? If my business doesn't have any money, you can't fucking sue me, right?
Right.
So it's like, so that's how it. That's why the shit works the way that it does. But like, yeah, man, I don't know if it's unfair or not. I don't know enough about how it all works, but I will say this: that it's definitely not an even. The risk isn't dispersed evenly, right?
yeah.
So that's why, to me, that's why it works the way that it does. I think, I don't know if it's fair. It's never fair, right? Like workers are never getting paid what they should be getting paid, right? So if an artist is making 0.3 cents per stream, that's probably not fair, right? But then
They're making $1 million an hour.
yeah, well, hey.
And then
And
you're like,
because
"No,
because of
that's
how
all
many
right."
because of how many streams are being
Yeah.
like
But-
hit songs aren't even hit songs because the song is good. Hit songs now are hit songs because of the amount of time it's played.
Yeah, totally.
Man,
Like,
what's
think about how
that,
many artists have been forced on you.
I was about to say, what's that new Jack Harlow song that's always on the radio? Like, he's a dope artist. But
Glamorous.
no, Flight, first class or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's Glamorous.
Or Glamorous. He's a dope artist, but like you hear that junk on the radio, it just
It's
dropped,
just
and
forced.
it's like it's on the radio like every other song.
And
it's
that's-
on
and
there.
That was Fergie that he
Yeah,
sampled,
and
right?
he sampled that. From
Yeah, and he
Fergie.
sampled that from Fergie.
You know,
yeah.
but
what a
the
world
thing
we live in
is-
that Fergie's getting sampled.
I know.
Fergie's getting sampled,
Well,
bro.
Fucking crazy.
She was 2008.
That's what I'm saying though. Like
And you're 2000 late.
I knew that was fucking coming. I knew that was fucking coming. But it's just crazy, like that's how long ago like she was relevant. Is that people
Fuck,
are
that was
sampling her
15
music
years
now?
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are, like,
But
yeah,
it,
it's wild.
but it's forced, and that's the thing that the labels can do. Because the labels, the other reason why labels are very powerful is because they can control what music goes in and out into the industry.
I think
Because
that's-
sometimes
I
they
think
just
that's
sign
bullshit,
cats
too.
just to hold their music so that it doesn't get in the way of another artist.
Totally, yeah, but that's always been
Yeah.
the dynamic though. They've always
Yeah,
done that
which
shit.
is it
they-
sucks.
It sucks, but like they also here's the thing about now. I think that's great about being an artist is that like yes, they still have a lot of control, but they are not the only gatekeepers anymore, right? Like social, like nobody. I don't care how much money you have or how much research you've done. Nobody can figure out why social media works the way that it does. Nobody's got it down to a hard science yet. Some shit just blows up.
Yeah, it just does. That's what it is.
And that's the world that we, I think that's the kind of silver lining to the whole social media thing and the streaming thing is that like we still like we've taken back a lot of the power from the labels from even 30 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's like not to say that so when the argument that like labels are irrelevant now is complete bullshit,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
However, it's like we have taken a lot of the power out of their hands. They're not they're not the gatekeepers anymore. Like you can find like maybe for mainstream success, okay,
Right.
I'll grant you that.
But
right?
to make a living, you don't have to build a label.
Even to make like a very good living. Like we're not even talking like, you know, middle class, like, you know, 80 grand a year type shit. We're talking like you could be a millionaire playing music without label support. And there's bands and there's artists out there that are examples of the whole thing that don't even have real representation that are crushing it. You know what I mean?
For instance, Black Violin, the group I play with,
No label support?
They're independent.
That's awesome.
They had a deal with Universal for I think like a year or two, but once again that just got them. It just put them in the rooms with other people.
Right.
You know, they built those relationships.
I mean,
So when
shit.
you're unsigned,
Look
you
at
still have
Chance the
those
Rapper.
relationships.
Totally.
I mean,
Chance was independent,
but
wasn't
the
he?
thing is he still met somebody that was able to put him in specific rooms. Like you blow up, but you still gonna have to have those conversations with those people.
That's
Hey,
but
your
you know,
network is
it's
your net worth,
inevitable.
man.
Yeah,
your
but that-
network is your network.
100%, and that's every industry across the board though. You could
Yeah.
be a car salesman,
100%.
right? If you want to own a fucking car dealership,
Yeah.
you have to shake the right hands.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing that like when I hear artists complain about you know the whole thing, it's like what industry would you like to get involved in that doesn't have people that are above you calling shots? You
Yeah.
have to fucking, you know, cup the balls a little bit sometimes
Yeah.
to play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's every industry. It's harder as an artist or an entertainer across the board, I will say, because we're selling a luxury commodity.
Right.
People don't need what we do, or they do, but they don't really understand that they need it until it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and then also they can go to a bar and listen to a band play Last Dance and Mary
I was
Jane
about
all
to
they
say,
want.
you could
And
just
that's-
listen to Tom Petty the rest of your life. People might be content with
and
that.
that's fine, right? But like so that's the kind of battle that I think that we're fighting that other industries don't have to deal with. However, it's still like anything that you get involved with. If you want to get to the point where you're self-sustaining, quote unquote, and you're living a financially very comfortable life, then you're gonna like run across this dynamic in any industry.
Yeah, dude. And we are hitting it like forward on right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just forward on, like being a part of it. Like we kind of feel like we're finally a part of the industry. You know, it's like now people have to figure out who we are, and we have to introduce ourselves and network with people who actually are sitting either on these boards or sitting on these committees or actually sitting in the studio with these artists or who's making what happen.
Right.
And that's really what the name of the game is. It doesn't like it's really your network is your network.
Yeah.
Really.
100%.
Like that's all it is, because it's a friend group. Even like that's why a lot of people don't even care about the Grammys too much. It's because first of all, nobody's gonna look through all of those categories. It's impossible. They're gonna have their manager pick everybody that they know. If they see your name and they know you, oh, that's who I'm voting for.
100%.
They don't care. So it's like it's just the name of the game.
100%. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And that's why labels are still relevant, because they know everybody that you don't know.
Yeah, and the thing, labels are having to adapt as well, right? There's a lot of new dynamics that didn't exist 30 years ago.
Right.
However, they have the resources and the money to adapt a lot quicker than the rest of us do, you know.
Easily.
And that's why, and they're also kind of controlling a lot of where like the direction that things are happening, right? Or they've kind of hijacked the the new modes of discovering artists, right? So streaming came out and it was like, okay, well, we're fucked. How do we make our money back on artist deals? Now it's like, well, now we just control the streaming platforms. Now we just control how artists get heard, right?
Yeah,
and then the numbers
we
that
buy
we're seeing.
all of the playlists.
Exactly. Buy all the fucking exactly.
We buy all of the playlists.
Bro, I swear, when we released our first album or our first EP, I was like, okay, I need to get on all these playlists. Got to figure out how to get on the playlist. I'm looking at these playlists. I'm seeing, millions and millions of followers, and some of them like, these are just fucking labeled controlled playlists. And I'm not getting on this list. I'm
Bots.
on the fucking label. Yeah.
Straight
It's
bots.
bullshit. So I quickly realized that you can't just hop on playlists anymore. But
man, but like you say, like you pop when you pop.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, and hopefully everybody pops when their time is right.
Yeah.
Totally. I think that it's just about always just keeping going, right? Just like never letting the defeat you or the failure defeat you.
Yeah.
And I think another advantage these days is that like people like it's not like, okay, well, you're 23 now, can't be a pop star anymore. You can't be a relevant artist anymore, right? It's like now people are getting or finding success, however you want to define that. But like mainstream success, they're finding that much later on in life, like 30s, 40s.
Yeah, how old is Bruno Mars right now?
Well, he got discovered when he was pretty young, though.
I'm just saying, but he's still like
he's still relevant.
Yeah,
totally. I will say, it's not easy to stay relevant anymore. It's a lot harder to stay relevant now than it was 30 years ago, right? So he's crushing the game, right? But like, it is easier now to find mainstream success.
36.
He's 36
got
now.
3 more years to be as famous as Bruno Mars.
No, but he got discovered.
Dunzo.
He got discovered when he was like probably 26 years old though.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Which is
but 26 is for like where they were developing artists. They were starting them her was way Rodney Jenkins when she was like 14, 15.
Yeah, totally.
And now, she's, headlining a tour of Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And Coldplay and,
yeah, totally.
Justin Bieber started like at 12 too.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a YouTube star right there.
Bro.
That's fucking
But his
up.
tour, his band, everything
man,
about him is so perfect. It's crazy.
Yeah. And
It's
shout
crazy.
out to We the Band. Y'all
some
rock,
badass
bro.
motherfuckers.
Y'all
I ain't got no more drink.
I'm about to say I'm gonna grab another drink. Do you guys want another drink?
I'm with it.
Yeah, sure. I'm always.
I don't think we have any more Moscow Mules though.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I ran out of limes.
I'll drink the next.
Oh, it's
thing.
all right.
You guys want bourbon?
Yeah, bourbon
That's
works.
fine. Back to it.
Back to it. So
Cheers, everybody.
cheers. Yes, we used to do this at the beginning of the shows. We stopped
Oh, yeah,
doing it.
man.
It's
cheers.
good
We
conversation
always
right
talk.
out the gates.
Totally. You guys,
Tastes excellent.
Right.
for those who don't know, Liston just mixed his bourbon with his Moscow Mule because he doesn't give two fucks.
geez,
And that's
it's
where all
called-
that is
It's
the
called
bottom of the
Kentucky
bill.
Mule now.
Yeah.
Kentucky Mule.
Kentucky Mule, yeah.
Kentucky.
With a splash of vodka.
A
Or what
splash
do you-
of.
what do you put in Moscow Mule? Vodka, yeah?
It's vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer. That's
Yeah.
it.
Is
Yeah, alcohol. Yeah, basically just something that gets you drunk. That's all we care about.
We want to talk about Rant On?
Rant. we were gonna when we first started doing the podcast, we were talking about having a segment called Rant On, like Rant On.
Rant on about shit.
Yeah, because I have like a tendency to just like
No.
go on these fucking rants
I'm
about
with it.
something.
Not at
Oh,
all.
let's
And,
rant. Yeah, let's
Bro,
rant.
I don't have a topic right now that I feel the need to get passionately upset about. But
No.
who knows?
what I was going to bring up actually is you were like, what were we talking about after we came out of the bottom of the Billboard segment, and
Yeah.
you went into something completely else. You wanted to get into the deep dive into social media.
No, I wanted to get into the deep dive about the label stuff, which we
label
did
shit.
do. Yeah, I think
Wow.
we hit.
Yeah.
We hit about as much as I know about it right now. If you guys have more you want to
bro,
talk about, I'm
bro,
down to
no,
fucking.
it doesn't do nothing but cause anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Keep on creating, keep on being great, and keep on moving forward.
That's what it's all
Like
about.
you're
right?
gonna
Music,
find
man.
like that. The other thing I've realized in moving out and like with us moving out to LA, bro. Fuck all that shit. We're gonna do what makes us happy. Like creating is what makes us happy.
I'm curious if you're gonna keep that mentality once you're there, because
Dude, honestly, you have to.
Yeah.
I think that that's a really, and you know what? In 2 years, you guys shoot me a fucking email,
Dude,
or
we-
message
bro,
me,
we
you
can
let
come-
me
we
know.
will come back. We'll
to
come
do a
back on the
podcast
show.
for
Come back
2
to the
years.
podcast. That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, mark that shit down,
Yeah,
bro.
we'll fucking put it on
We'll
the
come
calendar.
back for that shit.
We'll come back.
We'll fucking book you guys 2 years from right now. We'll put it on
Right,
the
yeah,
calendar.
come back for
Aw,
that.
this is like a little time capsule.
A little time capsule, yeah,
bro,
And you come back, and you guys tell me if you still have the same kind of perspective, because what I haven't done the LA thing, okay, but I did grow up in Miami, okay, and it's a very similar mentality as far as like the kind of people that have infiltrated the arts, right?
Right, for sure.
And there's definitely an industry built out of artistic endeavors down there, right? So what I noticed is that the reason why I wanted to leave that world so badly was because it became so much about the other thing that wasn't the art. And I think that when that becomes such a prevalent aspect of your grind, it can become very easy to lose sight of the creating thing, because ultimately, as we just discussed,
Right.
the art itself is virtually something that doesn't really matter, right?
Right.
It's about what you can bring to the table in every other aspect? What's your social media following? What's your, do you understand how this business works and what can you bring to the table? How are you going to change the game on the business side of it, right? How can we recoup our investment? There's not one conversation that's had about what can we do differently creatively here outside of the studio experience, right? Mm-hmm. And as we know as artists, just on this level, we know that music is about 10% of what we do already, right? And that's not even on the industry level of like LA and New York, right? Yeah. So it's I can only imagine that once you get there, and you hear it from comedians and stuff coming out of that world too, and actors and everybody that have their podcasts, listen to a lot of that stuff. They all talk about the same shit, where it becomes so much about the non-art side of it. So I'm just curious. I would if you guys come back in 2 years and you're like, bro, it's all about the fucking art. Then I will hats off to you.
But I do have something just real quick to that. Just before
you got it, bro.
Isn't that what we kind of do here though? Like
that's
in terms of like even like we were talking about bar gigs earlier. It's like it kind of becomes the same thing where it's like at some point it just like it can get annoying or tedious. Me and him were talking about gigs that we've done earlier in our the whole paying your dues thing where it's like. You do these gigs where sometimes you're just like, you start questioning your career and shit. You're like, man, do I really want to keep doing this? And I feel like that can happen anywhere, So it's like, why not just like.
But the stakes are a little different. Right?
Yeah, no, that's
when
definitely.
We're talking about like contracts and like.
Yeah, it's so.
But that's anywhere, It's like there's business side everywhere.
You can burn out, but the thing is for me, music is all I've ever had.
Yeah.
So therefore, the creativity side of it is one of my moral standards. It's not a
negotiable.
Yeah,
thing.
It's not negotiable. Now, will I be able to? I'm able to discipline myself enough to know what environment I'm working in. And I think it is on the forefront of my mind, even moving out to LA, to know what I'm going out there for.
100%.
Totally.
So I don't even though I may have experience working with the RCA Records or with the Capitol Records, in doing my job for whatever they are hiring me to do.
Yeah.
I will still find another outlet outside of that to be able to create, because once again, that's just what I do. Because even outside of producing records, I'm a jazz musician. I improvise. Improvisation is the only thing that keeps my mental brain sane.
Yeah, totally.
Like if I can't literally decode every freaking pattern that's in my head, I might go fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like it's more of not even just being able to create whatever I want to create for the artist, because that's never going to be the case. Me understanding of being a producer, it's not about my song.
Right.
Even though I'm a very forceful and impactful way of helping the song grow, it's still not my song. If I want to do that, I can still go out and release my own music, which I probably will eventually do, to be able to still create those type of things. But it's just, I feel like the reason why people get burnt out is because when they go out there, they do forget where they're like what they're out there for. Yeah. And that's just one thing that I will never forget, and I train myself to never forget that, because if I do it for whatever reason that they want me to do it, then I'll get burnt out. But if I continue to if I nurture the fire and the burning passion that I have for music, then I'll always make sure that that's cognizant, and it'll always be something that I have to do. And there's a lot of cats who, like you said, who don't make it to the mainstream. Maybe I may not make it to the mainstream. That may not be my destiny. I'm manifesting that I'll be a part of the mainstream, that I'll be the next Kanye West, Dr. Dre, Quincy Jones, and all that. But to find whatever my place is in music, and I have to be satisfied with that, because I'm satisfied with music whether I'm successful or whether I'm still playing $100 bar gig.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I'm still gonna be, because it's all I've had, and then on top of that, I've made a living doing it.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like, since I made it this far, shit, why not go all the way for it?
Yeah, 100%, man. I appreciate the commitment to the art form. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people do definitely lose sight of that, and I think that there's definitely there'll be some extraordinary challenges when you guys are out there to keep that perspective. But it sounds like you have a really good starting point. As far as where your head's at, and I think that if anybody can go out there and navigate the bullshit, it sounds like you guys have the right headspace to do it.
We are so ready for it, man. Because also with every new. That's another thing we believe is, with every new level, there's always going to be new challenges. Yeah. Shit's never just going to end up being sweet.
you gotta take those head on. It's like
Totally.
for me, I find it exciting. I mean, we talk about it's like exciting for us because like we're not even from Jacksonville originally, so it's like
Where are you guys from?
Sarasota, Florida. You from Bradenton.
Well, Bradenton.
Bradenton.
Yeah, I'm from Bradenton. It's the same thing.
Same
It's
thing.
941. It's all
Yeah.
941.
Like you could put Sarasota and Bradenton and Jacksonville will still be bigger than both of the cities.
Yeah, no,
Literally.
I've played Bradenton several times and
Oh,
Sarasota
nice.
a few
So
times
you know,
as well.
okay,
yeah.
so you know, yeah.
Small, very small.
Yeah, we're from over there, man. So it's
slow
like
pace.
you know we've done that kind of movie for. Well, obviously LA is a bigger thing, but still moving that kind of thing where you're going from like Sarasota is a small music. It's like that's not really.
There's not
like,
even a scene anymore.
right. Like, it's not really. It wasn't really seen. It's like you do your bar gigs and stuff like that, which I talk about a lot about bar gigs, but I'm very grateful for them, and I enjoy playing them every now and then because it's still fun. Like
Yeah, when you're not doing them 5 nights a week,
Right.
it can be
Right.
fun, sure.
but it's like so we go from that where it's not really a scene, and then you come here where it's like at that point, especially like Jacksonville was like we knew it for being jazz oriented, like all that stuff, and then we progressed through that, and then he got involved with the rap scene more, and then I kind of started trying to get into that too. So it's just pretty cool to know that like you've done it once, and now it's just like
Doing it again.
But much
the
bigger
risk,
scale.
But the risk is a lot, right? And we're
because-
older.
Yeah.
And we're older now.
We're no longer aspiring to be great.
Yeah.
Right.
We're now working towards being great.
Towards it, right?
Right.
Like that's the biggest difference, and I think that's also the reason why your question hit us so hard is because that was the first thing that we had to accept was literally okay, this almost like okay, this is all the risk we have. Like
Right.
there are people who are working in LA and they're still homeless.
Right.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Like-
time.
What is it? 50% of the population in California is in LA's homeless.
I don't know.
No
That's
way.
insane.
I
But
don't
there's a lot
know.
of but there's no.
I think they were saying
It's
something
gonna
like
be
that.
close.
No, there.
It's definitely close, but I don't think it's 50%.
No, it's not. It's no. There's a lot of people, but you have to. LA
Yeah.
on the books. There's 13 million people there.
Yeah,
So there's
like,
not. There's
LA
not.
County is
there's-
huge.
Yeah. Like, there's
Yeah.
not 7 million homeless people.
Yeah, no,
However, there's a big percentage though for sure. It's a large number.
12%.
Yeah, 12%. That's realistic. That's true.
Holy shit.
That's-
So I have
No, it's 22, dude. 25%.
yeah, that's insane. So yeah, so it is a large number
But
for
that's
sure.
That's
just
high.
right. But hold up. That's just right. though.
That's just the city
That's
of
just
Los
the
That's
city.
the
Angeles.
ethnicity of the homeless
Yeah,
that you're
that's
looking up. But they said, oh, man, the homeless count was canceled. That sucks.
dude. I mean, yeah, like the
I
thing
mean,
is,
12% is still
12% of let's be real. There's probably 20 million people in LA, right?
Yeah, that's still a
yeah,
lot of people.
his people
Yeah.
are moving in and out every single day.
I mean, look at that. That's
so-
crazy.
My sister lives out in LA, and I go out there to visit her, and I have some friends out there,
Yeah.
musicians that are fucking crushing it right now as well. So I'll go out there and just like visit and stuff. And the homeless situation out there is insane.
Yeah.
It is. People, even like when I came here from Miami, it was like people talk about the homeless situation here, and it's hilarious. When I hear,
Yeah,
I'm
it's not shit.
like Miami's homeless situation is fucking insane too.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like LA it's disturbing.
yeah, if you'd have seen the street Skid Row itself,
It is insane.
it is stupid. Like it's like, and the thing is, but then you'll see Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Mercedes. You'll see all this money.
The level of disparity is there's certain places, right? Like we all know, right? But like there's certain places like LA, New York, and Miami
There
are
3 spots.
are like the level of and because how obvious it is right in front of you, right? Like in Miami, have you guys been out of Miami at all? You're familiar?
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Miami, man.
So there's a neighborhood called Overtown, which is like right smack dab in the heart of downtown,
Okay.
right? And if you downtown Miami is right on the bay, right? So you can literally walk out of like Overtown is like, when I say it's poor, I mean it's like you're walking through a third world country poor. This is not like southern like Jacksonville ghetto. This is like you're walking through like buildings that are just it is disturbingly poor, right?
Like it doesn't even look like the United
Not at all.
States.
It looks like you're walking through Haiti or Jamaica or something. It is like disturbingly poor. So you walk out of your Section 8 housing and look across the bay to Star Island, which is an island designated to like you can't get on there unless you either live there or you're invited to go there, right? Which means that basically you can only get on the island if you're a millionaire. Which and then like also the high rises literally right next door to you are like $1 million condos.
That's right by downtown then.
Oh, yeah, it's smack dab right there. Yeah.
Wow.
And bro, I'm telling
like
you,
by American Airlines. And all that shit.
it's right across. Yeah, it's right there, bro. If you make the wrong turn off of 95, if you go into Overtown, I'm telling you, man, I've unfortunately had to spend a lot of time in that area, and it's just like it is depressingly it's brutal, man. So LA is a very similar dynamic when you're driving through, you're like walking through those poor neighborhoods, and then like you see fucking like and also kind of third world poor, right? Because like, we're talking about a lot of like immigrants that came over and they're kind of settling, and like they make it look like where they're from, you know. It just ends up being what happens. So then you see like Bentleys driving down the road, and you see fucking, you know. And in LA, it's crazy. You have like the Hollywood Hills that overlook everything. So you're out there like in these neighborhoods. You look over, you're just like, oh, there's just mountains, just entire mountains designated to millionaires. Yeah, just like, bro, it's insanity.
But then you'll see a homeless camp
right there.
Or like you'll see like I was staying downtown at the West End, and literally right outside of the West End, I'm talking about, I think it's like RuPaul's Drag Race was there or something. So it's like all of these limos and all this stuff. But like literally right under the underpass, literally to the right of it, it's just like this homeless person made a whole like homeless
tent.
mansion.
Oh yeah, bro.
And like I'm talking about,
They
had like
stove,
the grill,
right.
had the stove, had the cart. I'm like people are really out here like living like that, and you know. So it's like, and that was another risk that that we also had to talk about, because me and Jose, we're really a team when it comes to a lot of the stuff that we do. Like we've just grown up, we've grown together, and like this is like. We've literally seen each other become men. Yeah. And it's just like to actually talk about that risk of what it's like, but to be able to believe in each other that way. And like for me to believe that I know that he can be the greatest bass player out in Los Angeles.
And vice versa for him.
Yeah, you know, it's just like to be able to understand that, but then to also ground each other in the ways of just being able to realize that this is like, it's a real stake. Like moving from Sarasota to Jacksonville is like, okay, shit, if we fuck up here in Jacksonville, we just gotta drive 3.5 hours back to the crib. And now
it's like a whole.
It's like, motherfucker, we gotta drive 4 days to get back to the crib if we fuck up.
Right.
And plus, on top of that, we can't run out of money.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no.
It's like the cost of living out there is insane. It's a different world,
dumb.
man.
Dude, I'm like moving out there. I'm gonna do like even like Uber, like, you know, just extra cash, because you still have to establish yourself in the scene that you know,
bro.
Because you still, you know, you have your connects, you have your friends, you have all these people that
but
you know.
Nobody can guarantee you shit once you're out
exactly.
there.
Shit, bro.
Nobody can guarantee you anything.
Bro, I'm gonna be traveling all over the country playing tours. I got dates all the way up to 2024 right now, but my ass is still gonna be out there Ubering.
Bro, here's here's something. Just you probably thought about this already, right? But just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. One of my friends, Kane Daniel, he's out there. He's an amazing drummer. He played in my first one of my first recordings I ever did, and like fucking awesome, like fusion jazz drummer. But he's playing with like pop artists and shit now. But like he went out there, and as soon as he moved out there, he picked up a tour with some R&B artists, and he was out for 8 months. He came back and had to go work at Publix because he got there. He was like, oh, I'm gonna do everything I can to, like, you know, and he got instantly picked up by somebody, and then went out and had to come back and start working at a regular day job. It's like, yeah, what I didn't think about is that I'm gonna get there, and then I'm gonna go on tour. I'm gonna be out of the scene for 8 months. Yeah, and when I'm not even established at all. Yeah, and then he had to come back and start. Theoretically, he's been out there for 8 months, but he hasn't done any networking. Yep. You know, I mean, he's done networking in other places, but not where he lives. Yeah. Right. You know, so it's like that's stuff to think about when you get out there. It's like, opportunities are going to come your way, but also think about the importance of establishing yourself, not just in a scene, but in the scene. In the scene. You know what I mean? Because
people who make the decisions.
Yeah, like people like exactly, because like granted, like we come from places like, you know, where the gig culture is the thing. So you get a tour, and you're like, you got to a place in LA, you're like, oh, fucking like a real tour, and like, you know, I'm gonna fucking do this thing. Right. And then you're like, this is what it's all about. But like, you forget that, like, no, this is the music industry. We're talking about every level of opportunity here that involves music. This is what it is.
Yeah,
We're
it's
talking.
like the
There's
heart.
movie scoring. There's like there's
Right.
all these opportunities. There's shit that just exists that we can't even comprehend being from places
Right.
like this. And you take yourself away from that because you want to get on a tour because the money looks good right away and like the opportunity looks great.
Yeah.
But there's so much happening on the ground there that's
Too
important
much.
to
There's
get.
so much.
Yeah.
Too much. And LA is so fucking last minute, man.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's why they're so territorial of you being in LA is because everything happens like the week of.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's funny because like I feel like entertainment across like in any city kind of like we with so much shit with this podcast and like stuff that I do as an artist now, it ends up being so fucking last minute. And you're like, man,
Seize in the moment.
this can't
Yeah.
fucking like this can't be what it's like. But then you start to listen to other people. Like I listen to a lot of like bigger artist podcasts and stuff. I just kind of hear what they talk about. And at every level, it's the same shit. It's always like we have a deadline tomorrow, and this isn't done. It's like time to get to work. You hit the fucking grindstone, and then you put it out the next day, and
Right.
it looks like this must have been a project that's been in the works for 2 years. Like
It's like,
maybe
no, they did it last night.
yeah, exactly.
Last night.
Maybe it's been talked about for 2 years, but it doesn't mean any work's gotten done till the day before.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I
it's
mean?
pretty cool though, because it kind of keeps you on your toes. You know, it's like
Yeah, I mean,
keeping you like that staying in that or being able to just tap into that creative space and have it be like a hit every time. Like
and that's the thing, right? It's like
Yeah.
as artists, it's like as stressful as it is for anybody to
Right.
be like down to the wire like
Yeah.
that. It really pushes our creative boundary.
and I think it's beautiful. Like I honestly, I tell him all the time. I'm like I love being able to get pushed to that creative thing. Like that for me, that's one of the things. Like well, really for both of us to go over there to LA is just like the fact that knowing that we get to be able to just have to execute at the highest possible creative space and to be able to just be in that space to be able to do it just for the love of music.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
It's literally that. It's literally just the love of music. You just want to kind of just like do it to the best possible fucking, to the best possible fucking degree. And it's like, fuck the money at the end of the, like,
Yeah.
it's important. Like, obviously you want the
Yeah.
money, but it's like, fuck the money. It's like, I just want to, put the best shit out there,
And then you realize like if we don't get this done, somebody loses $1 million.
Right. And then now you're like, all right, now we really got to get this shit done. Right.
But I think the other dope thing is that what we've done preparing to go out there is that we've trained ourselves to be able to do nothing but drop
Right.
hot fire every fucking time we touch the instrument.
Shit,
Totally.
we had the session today
Yeah, we
was
had
like
a session
2 hours,
today.
an
We had
hour.
2 hours before we had to come here.
Yeah,
And
who
we-
were you? I'm curious. Who you guys working with today?
So today we were working with this amazing producer from Jacksonville named Zay Hamilton. He's a hip hop producer, but he has a few huge artists that he's working with. So he's working with Generation Now. They actually got a session. I think it's like Friday or something. So it's like Lil Uzi Vert, Jack Harlow, Seti Hendrix. That's
Wow.
pretty much it. So literally he hit me up today. Is like, yo, we got a session on Friday. I was like, yo, I got from 1:30 to like 5:30 to get some shit done. And so he pulled up today, and then it's just like, I think that's the other thing that we're kind of prepping ourselves for, that is being able to deliver. And
1 to 2 takes.
It
just
doesn't
like,
matter.
Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So it's like, and I have to trust myself that every time somebody asks me to produce something, I have to be arrogant enough to myself to be like, motherfucker, every single
That's
time I
it,
touch the
right.
piano, like I'm gonna make gold. Like
Well,
I
you
have
know,
to do that.
totally.
Like, I have to.
Totally. I think that's a good distinction to make, right? Because you say arrogant to yourself,
Yeah.
which is good because like, you don't want to come off as arrogant. You want to come off as confident, right?
Right.
But like you have to tell yourself that you are like
That
you're
you're
the
gonna
shit,
do it, that
right,
you have
that
to
you're
do
the
it.
like,
shit.
be arrogant to yourself because you have to convince yourself that you
That
can
you're
get this
good,
done,
like,
right?
you're like,
And
yeah.
you have to be you have to be operating at 100 in your head so you can sell someone at 50. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Exactly.
It's like yeah.
I think that's also the biggest thing, is because we got exposed to playing with huge artists at a younger age, so it's like we had to get over like, oh my God, this is our biggest dream to perform with him. The person who hired us, they don't give a fuck about us being about them being our biggest inspiration. They want us to get the job done.
Get the job done.
We were
yeah.
just talking about that Kurt Elling
Yeah,
gig
like
we
we
did.
just we played with Kurt Elling back in
December?
December or something in Miami. And like it's just like
One of our favorite
bro,
vocalists
one of
of
our
all time,
favorite
bro,
jazz
like-
vocalists of all time. Like this dude got like 8-9 Grammys, but the thing is we had to put all of that aside to be his band and support him. You know, so it's like learning that distinction. And like I said, we're training ourselves to every single time that somebody asks us to do something that we're able to deliver it to you exactly how you want it and even better than what you thought it was going to be.
And shout out to our mentor Ben,
Ulysses Owens is the reason why we're like this.
Between awesome. My personal thing between Liston and Ulysses, man, it's like whip you up, and Ulysses especially, man, like that dude.
Musicians, content creators, entrepreneurs, if you don't have like I call them big homies, but if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have a mentor, that's where you're losing.
You need a mentor 100%.
You gotta have it, because it's just how else will you know how to enter into these rooms if you've never been there before. But having people who've been there and done it,
can tell you, and not just been there and done it, but are still doing it. You know what I mean?
Doing it,
and like have their finger on the pulse. It's one thing to talk to people. Yeah, exactly. It's one thing to talk to people that have like done the thing and have been out of the game for a while. It's like, bro, you could be out of the game for 5 years now and like just have no understanding of how it works, right? Because 5 years ago it was different than what it is right now.
Was so different.
Yeah, literally, like
the rate at which it moves.
There's no TikTok, right? There's like Instagram wasn't as important as it is right now.
Reels weren't a thing yet.
Reels weren't a thing yet, bro. Like Facebook was still like the thing, and it's like, and now it's like almost completely irrelevant, right? So it's like. So it's important to have people that are still doing the thing be your mentors. So you guys are very. Ulysses was on our podcast a few months ago. He was fucking. He was
dropping gems, right? Dropping gems.
Man. I mean, literally just like dropping gems, and it was just like, by the way, I gotta be out right now. And I was like,
well, I mean, that's literally what it is. And
but the fact that he came in and was just like on fire, we're like, oh, we're just listening at this point.
Yeah, totally.
That's him. That's
Take
him.
it in, bro.
That's him all the time.
Totally. And it was cool, man, because it's like guys at that level. He literally like, at the end of it was like, yo, you guys hit me up with anything you ever. Just hit me up with any questions or whatever. And I was like, bro, with as busy as this guy, the guy's literally like every week between here and New York. You know what I mean? It's just like with his bit and all the shit that he's got going on, and you're just like, you still, whether or not he means it, he probably knows we're not going to hit him up very often. You know what I mean? But regardless, like, at least it's just like put it out there that's like that's an option.
Hey man, that
so
just
good.
goes to show you, don't be an asshole. No matter how fucking rich, no matter how big you get, no matter what it is,
you can, bro. You
don't be a fucking asshole, man. Spread knowledge down, spread your whatever you've learned. Like, be humble about that.
Having money doesn't give you good karma.
Right.
I was gonna say, you gotta grow out of being
right.
An asshole.
Don't be that.
What is it, a blastula? I'm never gonna forget that
Don't be a blastula.
Don't be a tiny anus.
What a good way to fucking segue into our next section, unpopular opinions.
Unpopular opinions.
Here we go. Let's go.
Assholes.
All right, we're all assholes. That's actually not an opinion. That's a fact.
That is a fact, actually. Not unpopular opinion.
Just little
tiny anuses.
Tiny anus.
So, Bill, you want to get us started?
Yeah, speaking of buttholes, actually, my unpopular opinion is that Brazilian butt lifts, the BBLs, they freak me the fuck out.
They don't look that good sometimes, man.
They don't look good ever.
Is that really an unpopular opinion, though?
I think
like there's so many bad BBLs that it's just like, if you gotta be like, we know if you went to Dr. Miami or you went to somebody in the crack addict.
Chicks will come out of the operating room looking like a tooth.
Yeah,
like, that's what they look like with the hips on the side.
Bro, have you ever seen them fly back home? Like on an airplane?
What do they have to do?
Dude, they can't sit in the chair.
Duh, yeah,
they have to turn like this the whole entire time.
Bro, imagine you live in like fucking New Jersey. You gotta fly back from LA like that.
It happened. I was in Miami and I flew to Jersey.
Oh my god.
The whole flight and like what was even more funny is when the flight attendant asked her if she wanted some cookies.
Oh my god.
She could have had the cookies.
Because she couldn't turn around.
Oh my god.
That's great though. That makes so much sense
like,
while they're all in Miami, because they're like, well, shit, I'm not getting on a fucking plane after this. I'll just live here now.
That's literally what happens, bro. Because it's just like, who wants, like, you gotta put the seatbelt on your legs.
Yeah, bro, that's so wild.
It seems so inconvenient for everyone. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Let's.
And they creep me out.
Yeah, and
they creep me out. That's the unpopular opinion.
They creep you out. So, I have a comment about this actually.
Go ahead.
This is your second porn reference. Unpopular opinions in the last month. I'm just saying. So, Bill, are you okay?
Am I?
Obviously.
My sexuality? Yeah.
No, just saying.
BBL's taking over the porn site.
I'm just saying that it's one thing. It's a lot of references on a public platform about your porn addiction. Just say,
porn addiction.
Yeah. This guy gave us a fucking an OnlyFans unpopular opinion 2 weeks ago.
That's a
Also, it was one of our best unpopular opinions you've ever had. But
one of our best.
Yours. It was sorry.
What was
but,
it?
It was when they'll come online and they'll say, I'm going to collab with this other stuff. I'm like, no, that's not.
That's our word. That's our word.
That's
what we do.
Yeah.
My best
You're
friend.
fucking.
My best friend. He was. I'm not gonna say his name, but my best friend was on he was on OnlyFans the other day, right? And he met this girl that he knew that we grew up with.
Is it Jose?
Nah, it's not Jose.
Jose.
Shout out to
Hit me up on my OnlyFans. I'm giving you a monthly special right now. What, Labor Day?
only 25, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a good fucking deal, bro.
There's some feet pics in there.
But
too.
nah, man, he asked the girl like he was asking the girl to hook up with him. Like he saw her in person.
Collab. Yeah.
No. He asked to hook up. She was like, nah, I don't collab with people who don't have this amount of followers.
Bro, it's so funny.
Jesus, followers on
So good. So good. Bro,
He was like, I ain't asking no collab.
that's my fuck.
She trying to get more views on herself.
Yeah, bro, it's so funny. Is like after Billy made that said that unpopular opinion, we started replacing the word. We started replacing "fuck" with "collab" the rest of the night.
What did I say? Yeah, I was watching the other day because it was a good clip. I was like, yeah, I collab with myself every night.
Yeah, and I said something like, "Stop collabing with my mind."
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for any OnlyFans, apparently there's like 3 or 4 of them happening.
Yes.
You know, collabing with ourselves.
Ladies, anyone trying to collab? I got some open dates.
His features are very cheap.
That's feature spelled FEET.
I got 600 followers on Instagram.
I got 600 followers. But they're really loyal. They're
very loyal. They're all active.
They're also active.
Only $2.95. Only $2.95.
We're living in Sodom and Gomorrah right now. It's fucking
Bro.
wild.
Yeah, totally. The Bible was right, bro.
Wild.
Man, motherfuckers are feeling entitled if they collab.
Yeah, right. We're just collabing on a Saturday night. What's up?
Like, how do you put that
Now
on
they
a
got
resume?
collab houses. Collab houses. You know they're
bro.
They're collab
Right.
houses. Bro, I thought that was for prostitution, but whatever.
I think everybody prostitutes now, technically, right?
It's accepted, you know.
Bro, so it's funny. I had somebody hit me up today about coming on the podcast, and then I said, so yeah, I'll look at the calendar or whatever. He was like, yeah, it'd be really fun to quote unquote collab with you guys. I was like, now you're definitely getting on the podcast. That was a good reference.
Let's talk
bro.
about all these collabs.
Times are really changing.
Yeah,
for sure. Times are really changing.
For the better, I think.
Yeah,
You can just be a porn star when you feel like it.
and just use our.
All you gotta do is create a profile
and then collaborate with people.
And collaborate with people.
collab.
All right, so my unpopular opinion this week, we talked virtually almost nothing about Billy's stuff. But
What do you mean?
Just like we just referenced your old
the
unpopular opinions.
Brazilian
That's how
butt
good.
Oh yeah. Well, I think.
Well, it's just a porno reference. So
Well,
it goes
no,
hand in
but
hand.
I'm just saying, like, I don't
BBS.
think mine was an unpopular opinion. I just realized because everybody else is just like,
Well,
yeah, it's fucking weird.
People are creeped out.
Yeah.
They're creeped out with it.
par for
Yeah.
the course.
People take 50% of their PP loan
It's like
and get a BBS. They don't use the whole loan. They use half of the loan to
They,
get a
they,
BBS.
they take half of their acronym loan and put it into another acronym.
I got one ass cheek on layaway right
They're waiting on the next collab for that.
One ass cheek is a circle and one's just flat.
Bro, we need to make fucking bottom of the bill shirts just say want to collab.
Wanna collab,
or down
right.
to collab or DTC.
Oh yeah, down to collab.
Down to collab. Oh, dude, that should totally be it.
We're fucking with just your face on it.
My face?
Yeah, it's a big.
Carrie will kill me.
No, she'd love it. Now when she sees the fucking checks
Down to
rolling in
collab.
from that
There you
merch.
go.
Yeah, I was about to say, once the check's rolling, man.
that was
You're good to go.
Hey, y'all can't steal it. We already copyrighted.
Yeah, copyright.
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 Yeah,
Let's-
so
who
the
we gotta
lawyer's
get
working
on?
on that.
Who we gotta talk to get on to about that?
Right.
Thanks. Yeah, Chris will handle the copyrights. Thanks. It's just fucking. Okay.
Yeah, what's
damn, that
yours,
was-
Tony?
Yeah, man, what's yours?
Okay, so I feel like comedians shouldn't have a monopoly on saying wild shit.
They shouldn't be allowed to say whatever they want.
No. They should, but if they do
Oh, you
get
wanna
that,
be able to say
we
it
should
too.
all be able to say wild
Yeah,
shit. And
that's
just
not-
do it
that's
under the
not how
guise
that
of comedy.
works.
You know what I mean? It's like comedians always. There's this whole thing where it's like, oh well, it's stupid they got canceled for saying this or whatever because they're a comedian. It's like. Okay, but like,
They literally
does it
had
mean? Does that mean that like somebody who's not like a professional musician can't like strum a few chords and like contribute to a campfire or something? You know what I mean? Like
They had a South Park episode about this where Cartman fakes Tourette's, where he gets to say whatever he wants.
So I just got
reason why you're not allowed to do that.
So I'll just say I'll fake Tourette's and I can get away with saying whatever I
Bro,
want.
but oh my God, no.
That's less than I learned.
That happened in Boondocks too, where Riley faked that he was special and he was a part of the Special Olympics and beat all the
Oh my
special
God.
kids.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, the ringer, Johnny Knoxville, man. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
Why not?
I thought you were gonna go more to the thing that comedians shouldn't be able to say whatever they
No,
want
they
to.
should- people-
'Cause,
No,
like,
they should be able to.
They
Yeah.
should definitely be
Definitely-
able to say whatever they want.
It's the First Amendment. You can say whatever you want to all
It's
the time.
comedy.
Yeah, it's comedy.
Yeah, it's comedy.
But that's what I'm saying. If you do it under the guy, like, I don't think that you need to be a professional comedian
Yeah.
to try and do comedy though, right?
no.
Right.
It's like we do this with this podcast. We're all professional musicians, right? And it's a music podcast, but a big part of it is the fact that we talk shit and get drunk,
Right.
And that
Right.
we're saying wild shit, right? So it's like, but like. Some of the stuff that we say, if anybody knew what we were doing here, they'd probably try and cancel us for some of the shit that we've said on the
Cancel
podcast.
me.
However, like, I don't understand why a comedian would get a pass and we wouldn't if we're doing it under the same pretense. It's like we're saying it to try and like get a
Probably
rise
because
or
of
like
the
be funny.
premise and the stage and the whole
Yeah.
Well,
like
no, but
shebang.
it's it's literally just the title, right? That's the only difference is that like
Yeah.
we're musicians and they're comedians. Like, granted, we might not be as funny as they are, or even a fraction as funny as they are. However,
the collab thing's kills, dude.
that collab, that was a good one. That was that was good. However,
You still have it.
yeah, I feel like we may take a lot of swings and miss, right? Or at least I do, because I'm not a very funny person.
I'll
but
get you a soapbox. You can say whatever you want to, bud.
But I'm just saying that like I don't get we don't get the same leeway that they do because of the professional title. But it's a bullshit title, right?
Yeah,
it's like saying it's
I
like
think
music.
it's- I think it's the time and
definitely
place.
BS. I just feel like especially in this time and age, it's just everybody just picks and choose what's what.
That's what I'm saying.
Like one person can do it and they can say it, but then the next person can say the same exact thing,
Yeah.
and it becomes a whole issue.
Oh man, well I got some stories you talk about. This I don't want to talk about on air, but I will say some shit off air. But like, yeah, it is that, and I think that's kind of what ends up happening is it creates like these standards, these double standards that I think are impossible to hold up
because they're not real.
Yeah, as soon as you pick it apart, it falls apart, right? And that's the problem that I have with it. So I just think that like if you're doing it for the sake of trying to get a laugh, whether or not it goes over is a different story. But if you're doing it under the pretense of trying to be funny, I think that you should be okay to go. Your professional title doesn't change the fact that you were trying to do something and that it just didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, last time they let somebody say whatever they want to, they fucking stormed the Capitol.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Bro.
He also got elected president, so I'm just saying.
Right.
Hey, so
Like-
y'all wanna hear something funny? So I was just in DC this past weekend, right?
Oh, how was it?
And I made sure that they knew I was from Florida.
Oh, boy.
I said, all right. I went to the Secret Service agent and everything. I kid you not. My wife will tell you. She'll confirm it for you. I went to the Secret Service agent, and I said, hey, I'm from Florida. There ain't no wild shit happening here tonight, is there? Ain't nobody gonna break into the Capitol. Ain't nobody I said, I just want to make sure before I go take a picture with my wife in front of the White House, ain't no crazy shit gonna happen. Can you promise me that you won't let nobody pass? Like, can you please promise me? Because it's like me and my wife, we actually got into a very crazy debate about it. I said, how the fuck was that even possible?
Yeah, nah, that makes no
Well, there's
sense,
a lot of
bro.
theories behind that actually.
There's
And
They
so
let it happen,
many.
bro. They must have let it happen.
They
dude.
had to.
Unpopular opinion. They let that shit happen.
But you know what, man? I have a friend of mine who does like a lot of research. I mean, he's not a conspiracy theorist by any means.
No,
He's
you are.
No, I'm. Billy has this idea that if you believe one conspiracy, you have to believe all of them.
Oh, no, there's too many conspiracies.
There's
so
a
Pick
few.
and choose, man.
There's a few.
Whatever your anxiety can handle.
There's a few conspiracies that I think. Yeah, that's true. There's a few conspiracies that I think are legitimate, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot that I think are complete and total crazy nonsense.
Like the landing on the moon.
That's a crazy conspiracy
Right.
theory, right?
Yeah.
However, we can look at the JFK assassination and say some weird shit went down, right? So I don't think that's an all or nothing scenario in this case, right? However, there is some legitimate concern about what happened last year at the Capitol, and I think that there's evidence to show that maybe some weird shit went down. Is all I'm saying. I don't know if I believe it.
bro.
I don't know if I believe it or not, but you gotta look at the facts, and sometimes things get a little weird.
Dog,
you know?
the way politics are like so double sided or like completely like it makes sense that someone would be like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it just makes sense that someone would like rig that shit for that to happen.
Look,
like,
think
just
about
to create further divides.
Think about the entertainment industry, okay, and think about how they manipulate everything that we're seeing to try and get a certain result, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think with as much money that's in politics that it works any differently?
Oh, and of course.
It doesn't.
not.
Bro,
It's-
our president was a
same
reality TV star.
Bro,
Like,
and the president of fucking Sweden or whatever is a comedian or some
Right.
shit. I mean, it's like, bro. The thing is like
Let's not forget Kanye West ran for president as well.
oh, that's true. Kanye did run for
that's.
president.
I voted for him.
I love it.
Yeah.
Look at
Kanye 2022.
Went ahead and just
23.
scribbled his name on there. Kanye is my president.
Kanye is my president. Yeah, you get the right. Kanye is my president. You can't say Kanye is my president.
I just put yay. And I don't think I got a letter in the mail saying they couldn't understand. Yeah. And if you want to talk about conspiracies, we can get into that.
Hey, that's Prezi Ye, bro.
Yeah,
That's president.
President,
Did you say Prezier?
Prezier.
I
Prezier.
love that. Prezier. I love that. Look,
Before we get started, when this rabbit hole that you got, I've just bought a new pack of tinfoil.
get the fuck out of here, bro.
We can start
Like,
making hats.
you start-
Hats?
Yeah.
big hats.
You're going to use a lot of tinfoil for my head. I got big ass hair.
I feel
And
it
I got hair too, so it makes it worse.
right there
So
with you.
there's this like saying that like politics is just show business for ugly people. I'm saying it's the same
And a
fucking
lot
thing,
of fucking
bro.
money.
You might have just opened up a realization
Show
for me.
business for ugly people.
I'm just saying,
Bro,
bro.
makes
ugly
sense.
as fuck.
Oh, I thought you meant it was only for ugly people. Ugly people like it. Just
No,
the
no.
people that are on the
It
TV.
no, people that are. I mean, think, bro. Like the best looking politician was Paul Ryan. Let's be honest. The guy. That guy.
that
Obama
it-
ears
it-
was fucked up.
Yeah, what about Obama?
No,
His ears was
Obama.
fucked
No,
up, bro.
Obama. Was,
He had them big. He had them gumbo ears.
no,
Oh man.
no,
Dumbo or Dumbo?
Obama. Actually, you know what? Between Paul Ryan and Obama, I'd say they were both pretty. Probably, I don't know. Paul Ryan's got that fucking jaw, bro. You know what I mean? That
I don't know who Paul
jawline.
Ryan
Bro, it's just
He
because
was-
Obama came in slightly younger.
AOC's pretty cute.
You starting with all these male
AOC
She's
is
hot.
pretty cute. I
She's
think-
hot.
I think she's
AOC's
hot.
very
Right.
cute for sure. And that's
She's the only one.
Yeah, she's the only one, bro. I'm telling you, she is, and that's the thing. It's like, but let's be honest. though. Paul Ryan, Obama, AOC. These are like
Yeah,
these are like
one of them-
9s, 10s
Right.
in politics. But like in Hollywood, they're like 6s, bro. Let's
Oh,
be
yeah,
honest.
Oh, they like
So,
5s or 4s,
yeah,
bro. That's
so-
like a
yeah.
strong 5.5.
Yeah,
I couldn't give him a 6.
I'll give him a strong 5.5. Okay,
I don't know.
But,
Obama got some swag though.
bro, that guy. I'm saying, bro, like.
His smoothness makes up
It's
for it.
only because he came in slightly younger.
No, bro.
He walked
no, no.
out slightly older.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody who's in it's in their 60s and 70s.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Well,
literally
no,
people
Paul
who
Ryan's
have
a young
lived
guy.
life already.
Yeah, Paul
become
Ryan.
president.
I mean, Paul
I
Ryan.
don't know who Paul Ryan is.
He ran for
He's
president.
got 2 first names.
He's got 2 first names. He ran for president in like
like a frat
08,
boy.
I think, against in the primary against
Obama.
McCain, and no, he was Republican.
Oh, he was.
But,
Yeah, that was my fault.
he looks like a Republican. Let's be honest. The guy's just
Yeah,
got
no, he
fucking
does.
short fucking jaw. I mean, the guy looks like he came out of a fucking like I
His
don't know.
smile too. He has that like weird, freaky like.
Yeah, that guy looks like he was like
Perfect for
if there was like a
politics.
Trump farm, you know what I mean? Like that guy came out of there. You know what I mean?
Donnie looks good.
Not a
Donnie's-
Trump dynasty.
No, he didn't come from that genealogy, but he definitely. if you were making a factory of Trump supporters,
definitely
Paul
him.
Ryan looks like that
And we
fucking
just
guy.
talked about the industry. They cracked the code.
Bro,
They cracked-
I'm telling you, bro. If like think about entertainment and how like I mean it's effective in how it influences culture, right?
Yeah.
But like if you think about how much money they put into manipulating entertainment, right? Like politics, these are real world changes we're talking about. Do you think that there's not all kinds of money and shit happening behind the scenes to try and paint a specific picture that you want to happen, right? That we want to happen, but it's not really happening. I'm just saying, okay? It's not wild tinfoil hat shit to believe that people with a lot of money are manipulating scenarios. That's all I'm
hell
saying.
yeah, dude.
You know?
It happened with COVID. I mean,
Dude.
we could look at the same.
Oh boy, we're gonna get COVID conspiracies.
we could-
I'm down.
Let's just
I'm
take
down
it
for
back.
the ride.
Let's even take it back before then.
This
Bro.
episode of Bob and Billy is brought to you by Reynolds Wrap.
Yeah.
Reynolds.
There
I will
you
go ahead. You know what? You know what, Bill? I'll do you the favor, Bill.
Yeah.
I really hope. Oh, okay. I was about to say. I hope I don't really have to make a hat because I'm.
Damn,
No,
man.
I'm fucking. I was putting it on my head. You guys want to
That
partake?
shit
If you
is-
guys want
Fuck
to stand
it, I'll
solidarity
take
with
some.
me, I'm fucking into
I'm
it,
pretty sure
bro.
it's a brand new pack,
Bro,
man.
I will make a whole
You
actual
made
hat
some ribs
though.
with this.
Yeah, dude.
All right,
Brand
let me
name.
get a little extra. I told you my head was good.
For those who are just listening and not watching, hats are heads right
What's
now.
up, y'all?
This
And
is
this
happening.
is only because I mixed the Moscow Mule.
This is a
I
result
think
of
I
some.
put it on backwards.
Yo, this is probably top 5 funniest episodes you've ever done. I
You
will
gotta
say.
fucking block out those beta waves, man.
Yeah, I'm
man.
telling you, bro. You got a lot of beta happening over there. You
Beta
got,
waves?
You got a lot of beta. You're giving me a lot of beta vibes. I need you
I
to put
gotta-
on a tinfoil hat to block those.
I
Look
gotta
at
put-
him. He made
Bro,
it like he was.
Jose is fully committed to this, by the way. If, again,
See, I told you.
if you're just
That's,
listening,
that's who he is, bro. Now I gotta make some shit.
They call me Swaggy J. Take him out with my tinfoil J.
in Spanish, that's swaggy hey.
Swaggy Hey. That actually is Swaggy Hey.
Yeah, I know. I'm Cuban, bro. I got
Yeah,
it, bro.
okay, so you know
Yeah,
the
yeah.
J silent.
That's swaggy hey.
Swaggy Hey.
I just made a tiara. Never mind.
Put it on, bro.
Put it back up.
You look great.
You're a queen. Yeah, you're a king.
All right,
You're a
fuck it. I'm
king.
gonna commit. Fuck it.
Yeah, commit, bro. You got it. Let's make Billy
All right.
feel real stupid right
Let's-
now.
let's
do
do
it.
it.
I feel stupid.
We're all wearing tinfoil hats. Billy looks dumb, guys.
Jesus,
He's
man.
wearing a tinfoil
Just
hat.
become a part of the industry. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
look like you're
we're just,
wearing
we're just playing the game here. I'm just
There
saying.
we go.
Oh my god,
Bro, you know
You look
what?
like Smirk.
I need
You look like a
some
Smurf.
more of that.
Smurf.
Yeah, I need some more.
We-
Is it gonna stay?
Not Smirk, a Smurf. You look like a Smurf.
Oh, there we go. Yo, don't drink.
I'll give you
Don't
an-
drink whiskey without
Members
nasty
mark.
ass
I'll give you an A for effort on the hat, bro.
Oh,
At
bro,
least
I'm-
we're trying over here. You know, we're all Billy's just refusing to stand
put me up, bro,
solidarity.
put
You
me up.
want
I
some more,
can't.
bro?
I lost it.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
You
you.
got it, man.
I'm gonna just get a mic stand, a hat.
All right. Yeah,
Bro, you want mine?
that'll
No.
sound good.
Okay.
I'm jealous. You look like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz.
Anyways, that's my unpopular opinion.
What was it again?
I fucking forgot.
No, what was it from the beginning? Oh, the comedians.
Comedians
we
should-
should all
yeah.
be able to say what we want to say.
Yeah,
And not ever get
under
canceled.
under the pretense of trying to
we're
be funny. We're joking.
We're
yeah.
joking.
Now, if you're not joking, if you're saying some really hateful shit, then obviously you got to go. But like, if you're, I don't think comedians have a monopoly on comedy. Basically,
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
and-
definitely.
Yeah. Insane.
what do you guys think?
Shit, I don't know. My unpopular opinion, weed is devil. It's bad for you.
What?
Weed is terrible for you, man. Don't smoke weed, bro.
I feel like
yeah.
you're stoned
very
right now.
unpopular.
Nah, yeah, no, definitely am. I smoke with a lot of weed, you guys. Anywho,
So he's
my-
I like we want to tell you all of our business.
no,
but-
no, I don't smoke a lot of weed. I'm sorry.
Listener
No,
already
I
tells
don't.
you where
I
he keeps
don't.
his weed at.
I got my medical illegal.
He don't got no medical card.
I'm moving to California. It's
Hey, look, y'all not
Listen,
go. Y'all go.
This dude just snitched on a public platform.
Look, man, I do what's right. That was tight, bro.
Don't you work with hip hop artists?
Bro,
Not anymore. You don't.
No.
Hold up.
Look. First of all, I don't work with that many hip hop artists.
I just want to say,
Let's be clear. As soon as I hear somebody saying, "Oh, I'm gang banging on the West Side," I'm not even engineering the session.
I'm out.
Let's be clear.
That's a quick way to get promised $50 and never shows up.
Look, bro.
I'm gonna say God bless you, and I'm gonna head out.
That's why I love rappers. I mainly produce MCs, but I mainly work with singers. Like, cause I just I like songs that I can just avoid that, because sometimes sometimes I'm in like a drill murder rap type of beat group or whatnot. But we don't associate with them. Like, we just make the music for them.
Again, so we're creating an image to try and sell a product. It's not actually happening, right?
I mean,
it's like
industry manipulation.
I don't know what.
You don't know what they do. Yeah,
I know what I do.
Yeah,
that's not it.
Let me rephrase. I want to take back what I just said. If you guys are really crazy, then do your thing. I don't mean any disrespect.
Look, bro.
Hey man, look. To each their own.
Shit to lose.
To each their own. Just whatever you do, don't let it fuck with me. And
man.
whatever I do, I ain't gonna let you fuck with you.
100%.
We're gonna vibe on what we vibe, and that's it.
But if you smoke weed, you're the devil, is what you're saying.
No. I mean, I don't think.
I feel like that's old people's unpopular opinion.
First of all, marijuana comes from the ground. I think God made this. And we were talking about pharmaceuticals earlier. That's really where that shit started anyways. Like, these motherfuckers made weed illegal so they could start pushing these fucking prescriptions and shit.
We're wearing the hats right now, bro.
That's why we're wearing the hats. But my real unpopular opinion is corn tortilla is better than flour tortilla on tacos.
Bro, here's what.
I'm Mexican 100%. And the only toppings on a taco should be onion and cilantro and maybe tomato with some fucking hot sauce. I don't know why people be putting all these extra
fucking avocado.
Yeah, and second of all, lettuce is not a real salad, y'all. There's no to lettuce.
What's your background?
I'm Mexican.
You're Mexican, okay.
Oh yeah, I had tacos every day, bro.
I fucking so.
All corn tortillas.
We don't have tacos in Cuba, so
y'all do bread.
I'm a big fucking flour tortilla guy.
Oh yeah.
And corn tortilla to
the rest
me
of the world is
gross.
Yeah.
Dude, see, that's what people say. Dude,
All of America loves flour tortillas.
Yes, because guess what? It's just better. You know what I mean? It's just better.
But look,
I feel like corn.
I am not racist. My best friend is Mexican. But
Mexicans
coerce you to eat corn tortillas.
Bro, I'm telling you,
I never felt so scared of Jose a day in my life until he got mad at me for eating a flour tortilla.
Well, we ordered tacos. He's like, "Let me get flour." I was like, "Bro, what?"
I felt like he was disgusted with me. Like,
I actually almost became his best friend, bro. I was gonna sign a divorce and everything from that shit, bro. Like,
so I feel like
Look at you with
I feel like corn tortillas are just budget Taco Bell tacos.
I will say it.
Yeah.
Then you gonna let him go for the culture like that? You gonna let Cuban speak up like that?
Bro, I'm just saying.
Actually, look, listen, but he's not wrong. Though.
I represent the entire culture of Cuba.
Listen, you got corn is a lot cheaper to harvest and to make.
We know.
And when it's by hand. Tortilla by hand is the best, bro. It's the best.
Guess what? It tastes like it's cheaper to make too.
It don't taste like a tortilla.
It doesn't taste like a taco. Is all I'm saying. And guess what? Mexicans don't have a monopoly on tacos either. While we're taking things away from people,
bro, we taking all the good things and made them better.
You know what?
It does, guys.
No,
we take things from other cultures and we just put a little bit of money into them.
And you know what? It's because when I went to Italy, I was so upset because I thought pasta. I was like, man, fucking homemade Italian pasta, right? Because it's from the motherland.
Shit ever.
Bro, they don't season the food.
It's literally
like tomato, and they'll use like salt and pepper. Not all of them, of course, but. You eat lasagna or pasta here, and you got
cheese.
It's
the normal
cheese.
Stuff.
There's
all the stuff that kills us.
salt. Yeah, I'm talking about you got pork lard in there.
Yeah.
It's fried.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, this shit slaps.
It's crispy.
I was over there. I was like, man, this shit is like really healthy. I appreciate it,
Gave
but
you
like,
some tomato sauce and gave you a day.
hey, you went to Italy, you know what it's like.
Yeah, man, I was mad.
Case in point, America just takes things from other people's cultures and makes it better. That's all I'm saying. That's what we do here. All right. Well,
Corn is better though.
Man,
it's not.
And you can make so many
my
things.
Unpopular opinion is really good. Maybe it's because I'm newly married, but I definitely feel like the unpopular opinion. This might really just affect the females, but I don't share my food with my wife.
Yeah, bro, I don't fucking do that shit either.
Bro,
that shit pisses me off, bro. Yeah,
I
fucking like. Go ahead. Sorry.
But I've never understood. Like, I remember when my wife was just my fiance, she didn't feel entitled. But something about signing that certificate that changed the DNA makeup in her entirety of just being whoever she is, she really felt like she was able to take my food.
It's because they say what's yours is hers. Don't they?
I don't agree with that.
Are you guys religious?
Like we're searching. I would say we're searching, but we're not really religious. I mean,
well, you want to get into all that, but I'm just curious because like that's kind of like what like the like it's marriage and like it's a very religious thing.
Fuck
It's
that.
like okay. Here's the thing is that like my girlfriend and like we're not married, but like Chelsea has this idea that we have to like share all of our food. So it's like whenever we go to a restaurant, it's like you want to just get something and share. I'm like. No,
I want my own food.
Yeah, or like if it's like, why don't I get this and you get that? We'll just share it. I'm like, no. Again, I don't want like I see this on the menu and I want to eat this. You ordered your thing and you want to eat that.
Simple.
I don't want your shit. And when I give you half of my food, that's half of something that I'm not going to eat now. That I paid. That let's be real, I'm paying for this.
I didn't want. Like that doesn't justify you taking my food just because you want to give me some of your food. No, I didn't order that.
I don't want that. Exactly.
Another thing is like, what's up with the like looking at the menu and then not like wanting the food you ordered?
Yeah. Oh, bro, that's a
dude. It's like,
bro, when I tell you, it turns into WrestleMania every single time me and my wife go through this, bro. It's like the Undertaker and John Cena every single time.
Another admission of crime that you probably. Are you physically abusive with your wife?
I'm not.
So she's just like pile driving you then.
Yo, no, it's like it's just like like all the WrestleMania stare downs.
Oh, it's one of those situations.
It's just quiet.
Yeah.
You don't hear none of the background
Every time
noise.
you have to order a meal.
And you just see the fork going and you just look.
And be like, damn, for real? This is what we do today?
And like it's the one time that you want your wife or your girl to literally read your mind like she wants you to read her mind all the fucking time. You just be like I really hope my wife sees this.
Yeah.
I really hope she does. It's gonna be great. But like I really think that's probably my most unpopular opinion. Because other than that, I do feel like, bills should be split 50-50.
Hey, facts. Let's make that. Let's bring that. It is. That. We got inflation. It's 2022. Shit is not cheap.
I don't know what magical bank women think we got, but it's just like if we was broke together, like if we was broke separately and then we broke together. I don't know where broke. Still broke. I don't know what magical piggy bank or 5 jobs you think I got recently to be able to pay for your bills and my bills. That's why I married my wife because we split everything 50-50.
I mean, my girlfriend and I do too, and honestly, she does pay for some of the meals. I will say.
Hey, shout out to the girls who are like that, bro.
Oh, straight
shout
up.
Out to the girls who are like that, bro. Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Thank you.
I'm very lucky with Chelsea. She's
cool, bro. She's cool as fuck, dude.
And also super talented. Check out her Chris's band Alchematics.
Hey, the Alchematics, right?
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
Badass motherfuckers.
Yeah, straight up. And she's a major contributor to everything. But I will say I'm not a fucking the food sharing thing. It's kind of not into it. Not into it.
Bro,
I saw what I saw. And I want to eat.
I'll give you a taste.
I bet.
Yeah. You have a bite.
Have a bite. You want to taste it? It's good as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't take my whole food,
bro. Sometimes I don't even like the bite shit. I'm just like, bro. No, you can't have a bite because I'm really hungry right now. And you got some fucking vegan salad shit that I don't want to eat.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? So we can't even trade a bite for a bite here. I just don't want what you have, and you want what I have.
It's like it's your
No,
fault
she's
for
not
ordering
vegan, but sometimes she will order like vegetarian shit or vegan
yeah.
stuff just because she's trying to be, eat healthier and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna say, bro, like, I don't like that. I like my fucking burger with a fried egg on it and fucking bacon, and maybe if I'm feeling healthy that day, I'll put a little avocado on it. But that's a real rare scenario.
I thought she was about to say if I'm feeling healthy today, I might have like a salmon or something. This man said he was having avocado to his burger. Now, I already got a fried egg.
Bro, I'll eat a fucking salmon all day. I love salmon.
I love
That's just
salmon,
my
bro.
favorite. I love salmon.
I am
Salmon's so
so
good.
gluttonous, bro. Like food is probably the second most euphoric thing I have in my life. Music is my first. Like I would probably say it's my first like flash of euphoria, and then it's food. So that's why it turns into WrestleMania, because it's like you're almost blowing my fucking high when I'm eating.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about, and he'd be like, hey, can I have some? And then it's just like, it's almost like being mad because you got to engineer some
Bro,
shit.
the reason
That's what it's like. Right. That's the perfect example.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Like, really right now?
Yeah, totally.
Bro, the reason I don't have more money in my savings account is because of food. Like,
Oh, bro.
like,
The reason why I have $0.
America, stop putting crack in the food so we can eat healthier
Right,
and just make better
please.
decisions.
Yeah, it's
I'm tired of craving the hamburger when I should be eating
hey,
broccoli.
can you make healthy food cheap, please? 'Cause-
Or just make healthy food good.
Good, right?
straight up.
Make vegetables taste like fried chicken.
Bro, you know what? I'm telling you,
Please.
if you go to like a good Irish bar and they have steamed broccoli, they smother that shit in butter and garlic.
Oh, dude.
Oh, it becomes the most unhealthiest thing, but
But
it's
it tastes
so
so
goddamn
good.
Just make
Right.
just do that. Just make all your vegetables taste like that, and then also make it healthy. And we're
Bro, you know what I love?
Butter has
I
to be
know.
the crack that makes us addicted
Dude.
to food. It has to be.
I love those fucking
it
green
has to
beans
be.
for Thanksgiving that are like smothered in the sauce and they're baked with bacon, and then they got the fucking like onion crumbs
Oh
on
my
top.
God.
And then
Not
the
even
grease.
vegetables
And then the
anymore,
grease,
man.
bro.
And all
Oh.
the grease that's just all
So good.
oh.
Bro, fuck the
Grease
green
is the
beans,
best
you
part.
know? Fuck the green beans.
I don't do the
It's like-
fucking green. Are you kidding me? Green beans?
But the bacon that's around
But the bacon around it?
Bro, and don't try and sell me on your green bean casserole, okay?
Yeah,
that has the fucking whatever the crunchy shit is on
got
top.
your panko crumbs on it.
Yeah, exactly. You're not fooling anybody. Okay, that shit still tastes like garbage.
Right.
Ooh, give me your fucking mashed potatoes.
No, dude, I
ton
love
of
those green
butter.
beans. I'm telling you, you gotta have it with the bacon grease in it.
All the fixing.
Bro,
You gotta have
do
it with
not
the bacon
listen
grease.
to this man.
No.
First of all, he eat corn tortillas.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I
Second
don't
of
trust
all-
anyone that eats corn tortillas. I will
Exactly.
say that's a rule I've always lived by.
No, fuck the corn tortilla people.
Like, it's like, well, don't fuck. I mean, they created the taco. We just made it better.
Better, but yeah, a lot.
You know,
I think you
the
taco
sour
made it
cream.
better.
Bro,
Cream, yeah.
Nah, man, you never had it from the trompo in Mexico, bro. They put in these little.
I don't even know what a trompo is.
Nah, bro. It's because see, you ain't never had real Mexican tacos. So what they
Yes,
do?
I did. We went to the hole in the wall in L.A.
Nah, bro. Even then, they didn't have it real in Mexico,
Well, that
bro.
was
Let me
pushing
show you
it.
how they really do it, bro. They dip the
Flour
corn tortilla.
tortillas.
No, they dip the corn tortilla in the grease that the meat is like cooking in. Like it's so good,
They
bro. It's so
call it the
seasoned.
au jus.
And then they fry it, bro.
Au jus. Yeah, it's crunchier. Yeah,
It's crunchier, bro.
yeah. I feel you. It's
The flour tortilla is good too, bro. But like that corn
He
tortilla
lying.
just
He don't like
slaps, bro.
flour. He don't
Like.
like flour.
I want no
if you,
I like
popcorn
quesadilla.
taco.
bro, this
Eat that shit at the
imagine,
movies, bro.
straight up, imagine going to like a fucking food truck in like Mexico and just be like, y'all got any non-popcorn tacos?
Yeah. I don't want none of them.
Dude, they should make like, you know how they have rice cakes? They should do like corn cakes, and it's just a corn tortilla that they put in the microwave.
oh
so
my
terrible.
god.
Same.
Like, the worst, just the most flavorless, like just mouth gunk.
It's like,
could-
why are
could
you
eat.
eating it?
Yeah, exactly. There's not,
Bro, if you put some peanut butter on it, it tastes really good.
the thing with a flour tortilla is you don't have to put anything on it. It's fine.
It just tastes good.
It just tastes
Maybe
good on
because
its
it
own.
already got all the shit that's not supposed to be in it.
Exactly. We don't need to fry it in anything to make it unhealthy. It's just it's already unhealthy, and but also corn tortillas are unhealthy too. Like corn's not good. There's no nutritional value in it.
But it digests better for your body. Your body digests it better.
Does it really?
Yeah,
Is it corn
I think
taco?
it's
Could we
just
just
corn
agree
from
that
Chipotle.
corn tortillas are just nachos?
Taco with vegetables.
Just
He said
holdable
corn tortillas
nachos.
only for nachos.
They're just holdable nachos.
What?
They're just holdable nachos. Like
Holdable
if there's a
nachos?
corn tortilla taco, it's just a nacho you can hold.
Not if I
Dude,
have a- not if I- not if I-
Confused. How do you hold nachos?
God damn, that was a good burn.
Dude, I
right
sit
there.
there and hold it.
You don't need with the fork.
No, dude, I hold the plate and
Liquid Nachos is a hell of a jam band name, I will say.
Liquid nachos. Bro, that sounds like a fucking headlining set.
Liquid
at
nachos.
Halloween
You
right
gotta
there.
wear a sombrero hat if you're gonna do that.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
do
wear
it.
something.
The whole outfit is mariachi outfits.
It's gotta be a progressive rock band that wears sombrero hat.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? You wear mariachi outfits with Vans on. Yeah. And a snapback facing backward. Like,
It's a fucking like a bro band.
yeah, like it's a
basically.
bro band
That's
with
a
the mariachi
very
thing.
bro-ish band.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I bet you it'll sell out concerts though.
Bro,
yeah.
liquid nachos are probably from like fucking Long Beach.
And at every show, dude,
Or
nachos
Venice.
are so cheap to make
Yeah,
too.
ska band.
Nachos,
Yeah,
you go to
there's ska band
Sam's
for sure. There's
and for
ska band.
$10 you get liquid cheese and a fucking case of nachos, and for $10 you got nachos.
You
And
get
the
a case of
jalapenos-
chips.
Yeah, the case of chips, bro. It's cheap as fuck.
Bro, can we talk real? Oh man, I gotta save this unpopular.
Go ahead, no,
opinion,
go ahead,
bro.
go ahead.
Should I
Save
do
it.
another unpopular opinion?
Nah, it's fine.
Queso is an abomination, right? The fucking dip, bro.
You don't
The
like
bro,
cheese?
It's not even cheese, bro.
It's not even bro. Like
My heart
what,
just dropped.
what when I moved. Okay,
Liquid queso's not cheese.
the
Bro.
first time I saw queso on a menu, I was like, oh, this has cheese on it, because obviously in Spanish it's just cheese, right? So you're like,
It's
okay, it's
queso,
just
yeah.
cheese. And I got it, and I was like,
Con queso.
what the fuck is this? This is not cheese. It's, like queso is just taking on a whole new term, and it's just like it's a non-cheese dip apparently.
But it's a cheese
Well,
dip?
no,
But it's I guess it's like melted cheese or
It's
some
white,
shit.
yeah.
what it's
Today's
supposed
years
to be
old
is
when I found
that.
out
What it's
queso
supposed to be,
wasn't-
it's that. It's
queso
supposed
dip
to be
wasn't
that.
cheese
It's
dip.
supposed
Why
to
are
be
you
that.
listening to a
That's what
man
it's
in a
supposed to be.
tinfoil hat right now about queso?
I'm just
I
saying
know.
it's gross.
No, he's
Bro,
wrong.
if you guys haven't tried this yet, I put Liston on this. There's this thing called queso fundido. So basically, that shit is so good. If you haven't had it, it's so good. And you get flour tortillas with it, it's even better. I will say that it's even better. With flour
Oh,
tortillas.
really? Because we're a flour tortilla guy now.
Well, that one doesn't taste that good with
When
corn
you put
tortilla.
the
Oh,
meat
yeah.
and
Guess
the
what?
cheese
Nothing does.
together.
It's because it's chorizo. Have you guys had chorizo, like Mexican spicy chorizo?
Oh, yeah, bro,
like from
what?
Mexico? No.
No, I mean they sell it at Walmart and shit. You know? It's like,
I mean, maybe then. I don't know.
I mean, it's like Italian sausage, but it's Mexican.
And you squeeze all
And
the
you
shit out
squeeze.
of it instead of eating the sausage.
It's so fatty.
It's
It's high in cholesterol. But when you melt it down with look at that shit, bro.
Queso fundido.
Oh, dude.
All right, so first of all, I will admit none of the queso fundido I've ever had looked like that. Y'all really ruined it when y'all told me that queso dip wasn't really cheese.
No, that's
It's
real cheese.
cheese.
They melt real cheese.
That's
down
what
to
I'm
that.
saying. None
I'm
of the
talking about the
queso
one you buy in the
fundido I've
bucket.
ever had
I'm
looked
talking about
like
the
that.
one you buy in the
That's-
bucket
that's
like
It
like
that.
wasn't.
fondue, though.
It wasn't like a cheese.
Bro, that
It was a
Frito Lay
sauce.
shit is fake, bro. Like,
Yeah, because like what you saw that's like that's a real melted cheese. It's fondue.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
real
yeah.
melted cheese.
Isn't that-
The shit that you get at like
Hang
fucking
on.
like at a restaurant, like at a Mexican restaurant. Like I'm not gonna
It's from a
blast
bucket,
them right
bro.
now. Yeah, it's that shit's. That
Hey,
shit's
they made it easier because like
But it
if you
doesn't
had to put
taste
chips
good.
in that, bro, the chips would break.
yeah.
Bro, but
So
have
that's
you,
why it has to be sauce.
Have you tasted
Saucified.
that?
It's
have
the
you tasted
structural
that?
integrity of cheese, man.
No, it's not. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's literally not that though.
Liquid
We've
form,
all
man.
melted cheese before, right? And it's definitely not that consistency.
Bro, what's the canned cheese?
Oh, don't get me started.
That's
on
the.
Oh my god, that's
People
not
love that
what
shit, and
that
it's not that
cheese
good,
the cheese
bro.
whiz.
Please
Cheese
don't-
whiz.
please
Oh
don't
my
ruin
God.
it
That is
for
not
me, bro.
good,
I
dude.
really love queso.
No,
Like,
man,
y'all are
it's-
really ruining it
it's
for me right now. Like I'm
terrible.
Cheese whiz is disgusting, and people really fuck with that.
It is.
I never
hurt.
had
How
it
you
before.
know what real queso fundido look like and never gone?
I'm Mexican.
You never, but you ain't- like you antagonized me about the flour tortilla and the corn tortilla. But when it comes to that shit, you don't want to say nothing about it not being real cheese.
That is real cheese.
No, I'm talking about when we go to other restaurants to go eat it.
No, it's real cheese. Queso fundido is real cheese. He's talking about the cheese dip.
Yeah.
Like
It
cheese
is a
dip.
cheese dip.
No, like real cheese, like the one that you got like at Chipotle, for example.
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
kind of cheese dip. Queso fundido is it's fundido for a reason because it's melted cheese. Bro.
Yeah, it's a real It's a fondue.
It's a
real
fondue.
shit. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of chimichangas, I will say.
Yeah, I love chimichangas, bro. It's just a fried burrito, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're from
Is
Kentucky.
it corn or flour?
That's flour.
Yeah, because you know why? It's better.
You can't fold a corn tortilla that. Like
No,
that,
you
though.
can't. You can't.
You
You know why?
can't.
Because they're just insuperior. They're just like the flour. It's just a superior tortilla.
Bro, they give you 12 corn tortillas just to make sure one of them gets right. Like literally,
That's so true, bro. You know what? I've always wondered why when I get corn tortillas, they give me like 5 of them on one taco.
Literally.
Like, it's what it is. It's like they give you the extras just in case.
eventually one will
exactly.
one will hold.
Yeah, and you know what? And it might even taste good. But
You can have more corn, like you can have more tacos with corn tortillas than soft tacos than like with flour.
why?
Because flour is more filling.
Yeah.
But but you know what? I don't need to eat 10 tacos. I can eat 2 or 3 of them and just be just as happy if they taste better. You know what I mean? If I got to eat 10 tacos to be satisfied with the taste that I'm consuming, then there's a problem. You know what I mean?
You two look like fucking half-baked burritos right now.
Big burrito.
That's definitely some Chipotle form.
Yeah.
This is
Big Chipotle
this is
vibes right
Like
now.
when you don't know how to, like when you fucked up the groove of the ripping it off,
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
This is a Chipotle tinfoil hat. I will say it's,
like
not,
a-
it's not the real
definitely
deal.
Chipotle- yeah,
yeah, yeah.
This is not like
Chipotle
fondue
burrito.
of tinfoil hats. I will say.
Speaking of Chipotle, you know what's annoying?
What?
When they've ripped the burrito as they're folding it, and then when you unravel it from the tinfoil,
Or
it's like,
when none of them know how to make
ripped,
fucking
and you're like, what the
burritos.
fuck?
Yeah, you know somebody who's just like, oh, fuck, I just fucked that.
And they
up.
know
won't know,
and
so
they
they
know,
won't
and
notice.
they
Still
just
trying to
rip
wrap it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
So then they go get the actual foil. They be like, maybe if I just close it with
Yeah,
foil.
they won't notice. It's like, bitch, I gotta open this and eat it. You know what I mean?
You take that first bite and it just dismantles.
And then we start the Karen Yelp reviews, and it's a whole
Right.
thing. This is you know what? Let me not say this. It's not even worth it to go for the sake of comedy to go down this
Right.
road. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, yeah, that
this
was
has
fun,
been
man. It was fun.
so
It was
much
fun.
fun.
I'm telling you, we're coming back in 2 years.
We're coming back
For 2
next
years,
year. Or
put it
2
on the
years. 2
calendar,
years.
and we're gonna talk about your affinity for the art after
Right.
you've been
Yeah.
grinding in the LA
blastulas.
scene. Yeah, you tell me
gives
if we've
the
really
best
grown
tips
out
and
of being
lures?
assholes or not after 2 years of being in LA.
No, you're not a tiny innocent anymore. You're just
Hey,
a huge
man.
Huge
asshole.
ass,
You
yeah.
gotta pull up the tiny assholes from Human Resources. This is what
Oh,
we look like.
dude!
Yeah.
The tiny assholes from
Pull up the
Human
tiny
Resources.
assholes from Human Resources.
Because what is it? You
That's
have
what
to.
we came out as. It's exactly what you think.
What are
it
you
is.
So what
talking about?
happens
You'll see.
if you don't masturbate the cocks? They turn into tiny assholes.
I'm sorry, what?
I wasn't gonna say that part of it. I was just trying to.
But
say
that's what the
show
show is. That's literally what the
What
show is.
show?
Human Resources.
Human
You've never
Resources.
seen-
Oh,
No.
it's the
On
spin-off-
Netflix.
It's
On
the
Netflix.
spin-off of
No,
damn.
it's not human. It's the spinoff of Human Resources.
No.
What you're talking about? The show that you're talking about is.
Tiny Assholes is the tiny anuses are literally on Human Resources.
But it's on. No. It's a.
The I'm going through changes.
Isn't Human Resources?
No, that's Big Mouth.
Yeah,
Big
so
Mouth.
Big Mouth. Yeah, so Human
Human
Resources
is a
spin-off.
spin-off
Oh,
of Big
Big Mouth.
Mouth.
That's where I've seen it.
That's
It's
what it is,
Netflix,
yeah, I had it
right?
backwards,
Okay,
I had it
it's a
backwards.
cartoon show. So that's a spin-off of Big Mouth.
Yeah.
I think I watched like the first episode and I couldn't get into it.
Bro, it gets so.
It's funny as fuck.
It's like
You gotta get hyped for it.
It's literally 2022. It's 2022 in a nutshell.
I will say that Big Mouth is one of the funniest shows on the planet. It's also one of the most
just funny.
uncomfortable to watch because it's like, bro.
It's
that's-
so real.
It's like
puberty.
you're really hitting the nail on the head. On that. Like you're hitting a little too
Like,
close to
they're-
home on
they're
that.
not-
one.
they're not
It's like, damn, I can't remember
They're not
that.
sugarcoating at all.
Yeah, not at all. It's like, bro,
No.
that's real shit. Like,
Well, see, and that's what that mouth is. Is they're like, you gotta
Man.
masturbate the tiny cocks, otherwise turn into assholes.
Bro,
did we find the tiny assholes on Human Resources?
No.
No, we can't find them.
you.
What'd you find?
Literally a tiny asshole.
Willy
Oh, it's a
Warmer?
cock warmer.
A willy warmer. Fuck
willy warmer?
yeah. Let's be a
They
little,
gotta make one of those for
little
the pool.
generous over there, but okay. Okay. All right. Anyways, were you pulling it up? People can't see it though.
Oh no, I don't want them to see it.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Well, this is just for us then.
If you're into it, if you were interested,
If you're
Curiosity
interested in
Tales of Cat,
blastulas,
Yeah.
Netflix.
if you're interested in blastulas,
Human
there's
Resources.
a lot of them on Human Resources.
What a way to round out the show, guys. Thank you again. In 2 years, we're coming
2
back.
years, man.
And we'll see if you're willing to wear tinfoil hats and get down.
Oh,
again
listen, I'm
with-
always down for the tinfoil hat.
We're fucking doing it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Bottom of the Bill. Make sure you keep up with these guys. Jose, Liston, you guys are going to fucking crush it. Stoked for you.
Man.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
Adios, muchachos.
Peace out.